Excellency, the protesters are marching straight to the government house. If we let them get any closer, they will wreak havoc. Just say the word, and I will let the police open fire on them. 1 or 2 bullets, the rest will run like rats.
No election! No tax increment! No tax increment! No tax increment!
If you open fire on them, what would you say to the international community? What would you say to the human rights? Huh? That Governor Amuneke headlines ordered the shooting of peaceful protesters. Is that what you want for my government?
What do we rather do?
No tax increment! No tax increment!
Send in some people in between the protesters to disrupt the peaceful protest. They will do the damage. Smash cars.
No election! No election! No election!
And when this is done, we'll label them hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
And then we'll have reason to shoot them on sight, as many as we want. You know what to do.
Your Excellency, did I hear you say send in some people? Wait! These people will not listen to us. Let us break the city. Let us break this. Let's burn these things down. Are you with me?
Wait, this place too familiar. This place too familiar. Now go and say this one call like this.
Now, my people, calm down. I've heard your plight. What? Yeah, so relax. I can listen to you, okay? But, okay, sacrifice. Okay. Wow, okay.
Muje. Let's see the edit. He go mad.
Governor Omoye today again has shown that he is indeed a patriotic citizen as he came out today to encourage protesters with food. He was seen in his pool of compassion distributing oranges and correctly made apple to the hungry protesters to help them stay strong. The food he gave was too many that the children in the streets started off a hawking business from the remains of the food. He's indeed the man for the job. Vote Governor Omoye for the second term.
Greetings, everybody. Good morning. Una welcome. There's an article I want to read for you people. So Atiku say, please, as you come in, help us to double tap the screen to like, or click on the 3 dots to like, share, or subscribe as you come in. I appreciate it. For those of you that have liked, I appreciate you. Please continue to like, okay? So anyway, according to the Punch newspaper, Atiku says he will protest, sorry guys. He will protect Yoruba's interest if elected president. This man, hey God, this man is not giving up anytime soon, no. And I'm wondering, right? Is it that we all know how the whole situation with Nigeria, the people that are controlling things behind the scenes, is it that he's the one that they're trying to push on the people? That's why he's insisting. Anyway, let me read it for you guys and let me know what you guys think about this. Former President Atiku Abubakar has pledged that the interest of the Yoruba will occupy a topmost place in his administration policies if elected president in 2027. He described as unfounded the narrative of fear that his presidency, if elected, might lead to Hausa Fulani domination over Yoruba or other ethnic groups. The entire Yoruba stock is my larger extended family and in-laws, Atiku stated in a statement on Thursday issued in Abuja by his media consultant Kola Johnson. The ex-president expressed stressed that his marital and personal ties to the Yoruba made such fears baseless. He said, I count myself extremely lucky indeed to have a wife from amongst this noble species of the human race, which by this token, oh shoot, let me see, which by this token implies that the bond uniting me together with the Yoruba is aptly like the genetic bond of a family. This is why the Yoruba, whether individually or collectively, have always occupied a special place in my heart. He promised that if elected, so the Southwest would be central to his policy making. It is also for this reason that the interests of the Yorubas will also always occupy a topmost place in my policy making and governance, if by the special grace of Allah I am lucky to be president in 2027. Therefore, the fear that my ascension to presidency might lead to Hausa Fulani domination over Yorubas or other ethnic groups does not only arise, but also is absolutely unfounded because the entire Yoruba stock is my larger extended family and in-laws, he stated. The former vice president cited his first marriage to Titi, an Ijesha-born Yoruba woman whom he married in the 70s, as proof of his deep-rooted connection to the Southwest. In case you don't know or have forgotten, I was married to my first wife, Titi, a Yoruba woman in the 70s, and we have 4 Yoruba children together. She's now over 75 years old, and we're still together. My children with Titi sometimes call me Baba Rere, meaning good father. I am extremely in love with my children and serve as a good father to them, as I urge every father to do the same to their children. He described his Ijesha-born wife as his jewel of inestimable value and insisted that the Yoruba have always been among his closest friends and political allies. Anyone who knows me will tell in all sincerity that as a person, I'm naturally a highly detribalized person. Even before I could ever venture into politics, I flowed easily and effortlessly with people of diverse tribes, ethnicity, religion, and whatever sectarian differences, Atiku added. Atiku, a long-time presidential, is seeking to challenge T-Pain in the 2027 presidential election. I'm going to leave you people to tell me your thoughts about that. Okay? Guys, please make una like the show now. Muna no verse, abeg. If una dey verse for me, abeg muna no verse. I know say T-Pain supporters dey here. T-Pain supporters like the show so that when I come in, you guys will know. Please. Now, this is Shetima presenting at the UN, addressing a hall filled with hundreds of world leaders. Look at how scanty it is. If you notice, most of the people in this room are mostly people that traveled from Nigeria for the UN. Look at it. Very empty. Talking to an empty hall. Let's move on. Let's listen to this, guys.
When I met Nnamdi Kanu,
and let me know what you guys
he
think.
said to me, "Are you going to Nigeria?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Are you mad? I just left Nigeria. They came to kill me in my house. They killed 28 people. Wow." And I remember telling him, I said, "If you are still doing this Biafran thing, you are not safe anywhere. Because there's a global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is. So yes, oil can keep flowing in direction of multinationals. There are people whose interest is to make sure Nigeria doesn't progress so that the black man will not find his feet. So anybody who is also fighting them here, you are fighting that global economic interest. And that is what was clear to us during Kensariwa's death. The world could have saved Kensariwa. Even Mandela refused to make the call to Abacha. Or he said he called Abacha, Abacha didn't pick. All of them could have made that call and said, look, if you touch this guy, we are going to give you hell. But because, Kensariwa went and pressed the red button, which is oil. Do you know why Ogoniland has over 62 billion cubic feet of gas?
62 billion.
This is not even oil,
Gas.
Because what most people don't understand is that oil is going out of business, but gas is going to be around for a long time.
Yes.
So that is what they're interested in protecting. And the guy who starts saying, we own the thing, I was like, what's your problem now, guy, man? And they finished him. Global conspiracy. It's the same thing they did to Kanu now. How do you think that Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and brought to Nigeria, and there's no manifest of the plane that brought him to today? Even judges cannot ask for it. How did he get to Nigeria from Kenya? Who was the person who abducted him from the underground garage? Who was he expecting that made him to drive privately to that place and got kidnapped? Who are the people that kidnapped him? Because the Kenyan government came to court and said, we're not aware, we don't know who did this. It's possible to fly a plane, a private jet, out of an airport without two governments getting involved. How can it be more secretive? It's because there are global conspiracies involved too. And it was as if I was being prophetic. The day he was brought back, I was at the Federal High Court. No, it was Court of Appeal, and they said, Kanu has just been brought back to Nigeria. I said, how? They put a hood over his head, even in court. I ran down there. Before I got there, they had already arranged some kangaroo, with the judge. The judge said, go and detain him. And that's been his situation since then. That's been his situation since then. So I'm saying that we are also conscious at our level that we are not also dealing with local interests. And I think my family understands that. Because don't forget, my younger brother was also killed a few years ago on his way to school, close to Benin City. My direct younger brother. And see, today, the police did not disclose to us who did it. Initially, they said it was Fulani herdsmen. They sent us some pictures of people they claim were Fulani herdsmen. But my younger brother was killed at a police checkpoint that they claim had been vacated by the police. So, yes, it's heavy.
Global conspiracy to keep Nigeria where it is.
It is, yes. Yeah. Anybody who is doing this who doesn't understand that is not ready for a Nigeria of the future.
Well, people would say the definition, except you have another definition of your own revolution, but the main definition of revolution is forceful, takeover. And like Nedu said, bloodshed and stuff like that. How do you intend to make this work without also endangering them?
No,
because Nigerians are scared. The truth is, Nigerians are scared to die.
They are fearful people. Yes, I understand. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can, under any circumstance, get total liberation without a fight. Yes. Because even protests, they shoot at people. So, but what makes a revolution sweet is that it's the numbers you introduce into it. If a number of people, huge number of people can convince themselves that it's time to move and they move together, you have limited casualty. You have limited casualty because the people who want to kill you will be outnumbered. That's why revolutions are very popular and sweet. But to say that somehow I can guarantee you that the day after we will not count some casualties, including some of ourselves.
Do you think we'll ever get there where we'll say all of us will revolt?
Yes,
do you think we'll ever get there?
I believe so. And I just hope that when we get there, it will be done by reasonable people.
The question.
I'll let you guys let me know what you think. Michael, welcome. Tracy, welcome. Greetings, sis. Good to see you. I'm also going to play, there's this Voice of the People yesterday that I saw that I want us to also watch. But let me see if I can cover these videos here really quickly and then we'll move over there. So it's yesterday's program.
The election is almost closing. We are going and we are going. And look, what I want all Nigeria to know, get your BBC ready. Don't afraid of voting. We cannot vote. One monkey will say, you will know. If you win, you win. If you lost, you lost. Completely. We don't fear. The arrest is not objective. We are going to get the BBC and vote. Leave everything for us. When you vote, you leave it for us. We had one of the coordinators. Because Wike is the coordinator. He is telling people that they should do this. First, you are case in US Wike. You are sure go and end of that. You say you don't have a land. And they prove the paper. Who bought that house? Property? Who is the owner of that property?
Oh, he will be on later.
You say the have the trauma.
Okay, so we'll wait for that one then. But that yesterday, anyway, no wahala. Did you watch the one from yesterday, Tracy?
When he takes that guy, you don't know what to do. You just talk anyhow.
Okay.
It's a boy to Amechi. Which is the boy? It's a servant to Amechi, whether I like it or not. All the people who bring with
exactly, Michael.
You betray them all. You get betrayed. We will beat your guy on vote 2027. You will go relax. PDP and APC, you don't know where you are. You don't have party. You disorganize PDP. Want to be.
But what do you guys think? This one that Tracy, yeah, it was explosive, right? I want to let us catch up with that, in the meantime, before they start their evening rush. Because what do you guys think? Atiku is coming out and saying that he's promising the Yoruba people that he will yeah, oh God, other tribes for Nigeria now follow come. Yeah, what a shame. Let me see, can I remember which one was this? Hey, which one was it? Oh, Kai. Yesterday, let me see. Is it criminal comments against Tinubu? I can't even remember the title of it. Oh no. Tracy, you remember the title? Kai. Which one was this? Oh, I don't remember him again. Is it MC Oluomo in alliance with Peter Obi? Yeah, I beg, let me check. I can't remember. I saw it and I was like, you know what? I'm going to come show this one. It seemed there was a lot of conversation going on. I can't say I go bring Akoyemo, we'll listen to. I can't remember which one it is now. Okay, might wait for Tracy in the meantime. Una, listen.
My name is Adisa Taiwo Ramon. I am a retired civil servant from Nigeria Power Authority and also a politician. This is the man that I root for, and that's President Bola Tinubu.
Can you feed 3 times in a day?
I have been living in this country when I was born in 1961. I have never secured 3 square meals since I was born. And nobody, until you become that rich, if I'm not a Dangote child, that you can say that a 3 square meal will be secured. In Islam, we were given this kind of a adage language. Cut your stomach into 3, eat small, drink small, and let air breathe in your stomach. My name is Adisa.
Oh, some people now, their brain is stuck in poverty. It cannot live there. Let me see.
Somna, in your honest of hearts, with this National Assembly that you know, if a bill for tenure elongation is given to this National Assembly that you know, can you in your honest of hearts beat your chest that this National Assembly will reject it? I mean, why do we deceive ourselves so much in this country? You can say El-Rufai is talking theatrics because he's in the opposition. But as a Rivers State taught all of us a lesson where they constituted an aberration and the courts did not hear that case of a declaration of a state of emergency because there was a political impasse between Wiki and his good
Okay,
son.
Tinubu to suspend.
So
Okay.
if that could happen.
All right, thank you.
And even while the president was trying to explain himself away, that's why I said he will explain.
Yeah, I think that was the one, actually. Yes.
Because we know the truth. Wiki came on TV and said if you wanted to extend state of emergency, you will extend it. So people that can give state of emergency, who says that they can't get a tenure elongation if they want? Let's put the facts on the table and analyze it. Somna, I don't know your reaction to this. My question to you is, in your honest of heart, with this National Assembly. Do you think if they bring a tenure elongation, this National Assembly will say no to anything that involves President Tinubu? In your honest of Asomna. Hello,
Well, I'll be very frank with you that the National Assembly, as it's yes,
Go ahead.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I'll be very frank with you. I mean, if such a bill does get to the chambers of the Senate or House of Representatives, it may want to scale through because the APC will use its majority to actually ensure that the president gets what he wants. But I can tell you that by then it will be a different ballgame because the media and the civil society wouldn't want that to happen, and the National Assembly members are accountable to their representatives, to their constituents, and so it.
English. Okay. Where is this? Order to secure international. There we go. That's it right here. Yes.
The real reason
absolutely,
Korean women are so skinny and how Hollywood celeb.
We not care if they're skinny, we not care. Everybody gets in body.
Wednesday. So if you're
I'm going to
increase
the speed
virtually, you can tune into your, or rather go to your YouTube application.
If you guys, if it's too fast, let me know.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM on the search bar. So on the search bar of your YouTube application, Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and you see a 2025 Independence Day celebration. And this information was reeled out by the Director of Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Segun Imohiosen, who disclosed this in a statement today in Abuja. He said that the theme indicates the need for unity, collaboration, patriotism amongst governments for themselves. It means a person, you literally are referring to him as an imbecile. That's basically what it means. It's simple to someone who cannot make decisions for themselves, someone who is not strong, who is not firm, who is not assertive, who does not exude confidence.
Too fast.
Is
okay.
that what is? The fact that he decided to play the political card, that he decided to realize that indeed he has a godfather, and he was installed, as a couple of you are alleging. So him towing the way of advice of the president and all of that is wrong. Well, my analyst is going to be telling me all of that this evening. I'm going to disclose his name to you very soon. Meanwhile, CSOs are demanding that president over Yoruba or other ethnic group does not only arise, also absolutely unfounded because the entire Yoruba stock are my larger today. I hope you're doing okay.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
All right, Mr. Great Imo, let's start off with this. I'm going to start off with the very obvious. I'm sure you've known that Omoye
guys, please continue to like.
And people are surprised actually with all how he went all out. Deliver to me, no. Chidi Odinkalu, I'm sure you know Professor Chidi Odinkalu said, somebody was sleeping. You now decided to go and show yourself. Now the person is singing on top of your head and has refused to leave your neck alone. Now Showere went all the way to writing to the Florida court saying they should investigate his Wike's property that he got through his wife and his sons and all of that. And then there are talks that the president may have to suspend Nyesom Wike and order a full-blown investigation into all of the allegations against him. Is it even possible that the president will suspend the FCT minister who currently is flagging off some access roads in Abuja? That's one. Two, is it also possible that the president will pay attention to anything that was brought out by Omoye Showere concerning the properties in Florida, being the fact that the court there are actually wanting to look into it and there are extradition talks? Or do you think that if the president keeps quiet, that he's endorsing corruption? Because that's what the CSO are saying, that if the president keeps quiet about this, then that means he is indeed endorsing corruption at the highest level, and possibly all the allegations against him may actually be true. What's your take on that?
Well, I think, let me start by saying this is good for our democracy.
Welcome, Rose.
It is also surprising that it's taking this long for us to be having this conversation.
Sorry, I'm just moving my device, so momentarily.
Years ago, Omoye Showere,
I will return the video in a minute.
There's a video somewhere I've watched before, where Omoye Showere was having a banter with the former deputy governor. When he was actually the chief of staff to Rotimi Amechi, where they revealed how this is, we take on 3 billion naira of that money. About 40 years ago. And there's a video, if you search it, you will find it. Nigerians will go and look at that video. Where somebody who was in the know talk about how Wike was able to achieve that money laundering by removing by changing the name on the account of the government where that when you pay money into the account, you are paying to government. But through automation, you are paying the ownership of the account. And it was this kind of relation who felt that level. But it appears the first time the whole still be looking at these people. But this is good for democracy because in recent days, certain young thugs within the Nigerian society are beginning to show courage that every single thing we must have in this country if we want Nigeria to move forward. For example, we talked about at the National Assembly yesterday.
Yeah.
Young people, the Kogini central people who came out with Natasha. We have seen recently other cases that are where young people are challenging the political authority because it got to the point in the country. It feels the impact now that the political elite in Nigeria begin to pick Nigerians as their slaves. They can do and undo. So what is going on between Omoye story and Yoruba is good for Nigeria. It is a democracy. The wicked have never bought the company. They start coming on television.
Okay.
To run about his father.
Mr. Gretimo, can you hold on? Are you in a is either you're on speaker or you're in a place that is echoing? Your words are too yes, it's bouncing back. So is it possible to just speak normally? Don't put it on speaker. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Go ahead, sir.
All right. So we're looking at Yoruba who came on TV to say his father was general manager of general many companies. It was a very confusing analogy of himself or explanation of himself. This man has I don't decide to be a lawyer. I've not known myself as a lawyer. Remember that his name. And it also continues to both our opening close words. You see, that happened in Nigeria. And therefore it is not.
When I first started assembling this little device to generate electricity straight from the dirt, my friends laughed at me. But when they saw how it powered my home every single day...
Okay, Mr. Great Imo, you're breaking. So let me try and call you back. Maybe I'll try and call you back on WhatsApp because I really need to hear what you're saying. Your words seem to be skipping at some point, and at some instances too, maybe because you're speaking fast, I may not get your full word in. So let me try to call you back so that we can get to hear you. It's very, very important for me to hear you adequately on this conversation that we're having this evening. All right. So yes, hello sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, this is better. You were cutting off. You were breaking off at some point, and we weren't making out your words. So go ahead, sir.
Obviously, it's network. All right.
Yeah, it's a network.
Okay. Any sounds, background sounds? Are we?
No, we're good. We're good. It's clear. It's actually clear. Thank you.
So what I mean to say is that the good thing about it is that all of this is not happening in Nigeria because, unfortunately, for the judiciary in Nigeria, even where there are still good officers in service, the very bad ones have painted so many the institution, black. To the extent that Nigerians actually don't believe in the judiciary anymore, which is a dangerous trend anyway. But the hope is that the court in Florida will be an unbiased that will look at the fair details of everything contained to establish how in 2013 some children who literally can even wear their own clothes that afford $500,000, which in current value is about $2 million, could own a house in Florida. And the explanation that he has tried to give on one of these national platforms was that his in-law who did not buy properties for his own children in Florida is buying property for his in-law. Those unimaginable kind of explanations. But he has to prove it in court, and the source of it has to be established. And if he paid for those properties in cash, it has to be that he declared the source openly. Otherwise, that is money laundering. And if he has manipulated the system, corrupted Americans, engaged in any form of criminality, for me that will be a cause for them to actually to establish a criminal case that may call for his extradition. But I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but my little knowledge of the law from the layman's perspective is that if it is established, like in the case of hush puppy, whose criminality, which was occurring in Nigeria, had effect in America, he has to be extradited. Like the case of the police officer Abakari, who is still serving in prison or awaiting trial, who also had been fingered in that case, who is also up for extradition to the US because the crimes he committed had effect in the US. So if beyond just looting money in Nigeria,
taken it to the US if it was not properly declared and those properties were purchased with raw cash and those cash, the source cannot be established. It is absolutely money laundering. And for such reason, you can be invited to a US court for explanation.
Yes, obviously, that's it. But there's a problem here. People in government are accused of certain things, and nobody from the official stance questions it. For example, let's start with what Natasha Akpoti accused the Senate president of, Godswill Akpabio. That happened, and instead, we got endorsement from the other senators, like that is his colleagues. We got endorsement from the president saying that he trusts Akpabio. The same thing now is happening with Nyesom Wike. We know he's a very close ally of the president. But do you think there is something wrong? This is a very heavy allegation, and nobody is saying anything. None of the political elites. The EFCC is not seeing this. The excuse will be that they need to be petitioned. Or could it be that the SCT minister has immunity, and so nobody can do anything for now? Nobody can ask him questions. He cannot be invited for questioning. We need to understand what the process is, because it's how everywhere is just quiet. This kind of allegation came up. Agreed, it's from Shore, whom everybody considers to be quite a disturbance. They call him a disturbance in some quarters, or a troublesome person. But he brought out evidence to whatever it is that he is saying, and nobody has dared to look into it. No official person has dared to voice out, aside from critics that have been talking about it, analysts that have been talking about it. So what are we endorsing as a nation that will soon be celebrating its independence?
Never eat gelatin unless you're ready to replace your entire wardrobe in the next 15 days. This is exactly what I'd do if I wanted to lose between 21 to 25 pounds in just 2 weeks. That's about 1.5 pounds a day.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that this is what Nigeria has become. And the other problem is that the political elite you're looking at is actually not the problem. The industry you and I belong to has also become part of the problem. I would have expected by now that it will be a headline news, major headline news in all Nigerian major newspapers. Questions should be asked and raised at every point in time, because it's like a whistleblower. Then until it goes to court, of which Shore said he has gone to court already in the US. So obviously, there's nothing any political actor can do about it. And most of the big players will definitely not want to be forced on fighting, going for maybe types of Atiku when they are going for the presidency or they are going for the election OP. They would rather focus their energy on tackling, their opponent, which supposedly is President Tinubu. But good enough. Showore has brought out this issue. What is the media in Nigeria doing? Sometimes I look at some established media in Nigeria. Pardon me, it's our industry. It's an industry where I've been for more than 25 years, literally. At least I've been I can say that more than 25 years or thereabout in this industry. Somebody who has been in this industry, I started my career in Daily Times with my former boss, the former art editor, Dakwadeni, who was the then art editor of Daily Times. When it was still owned by Nigerian government, before it was privatized, I moved to position International Arts Review. You can imagine that the traditional media that I used to know, that media that held the military to ransom, a lot have gone wrong. Politicians who are supposed to be the ones the media is scrutinizing are not the ones that own the media. It is challenging. Then some of those who are able to come from the industry to establish their own platforms, some of them are falling by the wayside. That is why, for whatever it was worth, we must give it to Omoye. His media establishment has stood firm to a great extent. And he has not been afraid. He has to stay on the line of fire. And in this case right now, I expect the other media agents who are members of the fourth estate to come up with their own questions, interrogation, to investigate, to make this matter, make it make sense to all Nigerians. But yet, without them anyway, the new media, which is the social media, has taken up the challenge. And I want to warn the traditional media, as it is happening in the Western world, it may literally happen in Nigeria very soon, where people will begin to ignore traditional media because they are paid for and bought. Like you can see what's happening today.
Mr. Great, we are talking. Mr. Great, we are talking about it. Yes, there is no doubt about what you're saying. Most of the traditional media outlets, let's even look at print. A couple of them can no longer pay their salaries. They can no longer financially enable production of their papers. So obviously, you know that it is normal for these politicians to come and do what they know how to do. So once they've cleared their debts, settle them, pay them off, what do you think it's going to be like? Here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, we look beyond the traditional news medium outlets when we talk about issues. And that's why we're discussing it. We've been discussing this matter right here for the past 3 days. So it's not all the media. And you already understand the circumstance with which the media is operating now. Most media organizations do not provide protection for such sensitive issues. So when you stick your neck out, who protects you? There is no institution to protect you. The organization you're working for would not protect you. You can only do the best that you can do. So under these strenuous or constrained circumstances, we try as much as possible to bring these ills to light, talk about it, and expect that the needful is done. So my question to you about this is, do you think the president will investigate this matter? Do you think he will call Wike and ask him, Mr. Man, what is this we're hearing? I don't need this within my administration. I cannot continue with such whatever on my administration and persons working under my administration. But that aspect has been quiet. So is that something that is not true, that is being spilled out by Omoye, or is it possible that the idea is if we sideline it or we don't give him any attention, then the whole thing will dissipate, another issue will be the focus of the day tomorrow?
Insurance companies don't want you to know this. Homeowners, if your insurance rates keep going up like mine, then you need to follow this loophole I found to lower your home insurance rates right now. I had been with the same company for years, and I was paying over $200 a month until...
Well, it would be unfortunate that that will be the thinking of Mr. President, thinking that this will go away, because this it has an international dimension to it. Okay. And already, this is already a battle for the reputation. There's a battle for the reputation of Nigeria's image all over the world. And so whatever it is, this will be the litmus test for presidents, image makers, because whatever else that been happening here, all other corruption, using 39 billion to renovate an investment that you did not change the roof, you did not change the ties, 39 billion gone, while primary schools were on strike and medical health centers were on lockdown, then that could be contained because the Nigeria issue. But this one now has international dimension. And the president who has been gallivanting all over the world, saying he's looking for investors who are not forthcoming, who has been borrowing from China to Japan, London to America, France to Brazil, to continue to maintain the fund our foreign imports. He requires a reputation management because already he too have his own challenge anyway. It has been rumored that have been some people trying to request the United States government to unveil his own record. So that should be enough. And those managing Mr. President should know that they should know when to let go. The only thing I see, because every day I see Wike marketing the president of Nigeria, and I'm surprised they don't pay attention to that. Because if the reason for what allowing Wike to be garrulous, to be that be anachronistic, and be that criminally braggadocious is because of 2027 election. In the realm of politics, that is a minus for Mr. President, because I would tell you, Wike makes many people hate the APC government in power now. The only thing from which I think the only brain itself from which they are operating is that they think they will reach 2027 election. This is a problem with those in government. They think they will reach have threat comments of some characters who are supporters of those in government who could say, this person will not be president, this one will not be, and so many Nigerians who have been poverty. Nigeria's livelihood were wiped out. Nigeria's purchasing power value was reduced by 53%. Even our gross domestic product GDP was reduced from 380 billion to 280-something billion dollars. Half of Nigeria's wealth reduced. You did all of these things, you remove subsidy, yet you abolish money. Yes, you say you are sharing more money to the governors, and when Nigerians tell Mr. President that they are hungry, he tells Nigerians to go and hold their governors accountable, yet there's no Nigerian holding come. No Nigeria is EFCC. No Nigeria is ICPC. No Nigeria is police. All the agencies and institutions that are supposed to hold the governors and local government chairmen responsible are under Mr. President. He pretends not to know, and then the wickedness of this world is government control, they solve the sensibilities of Nigeria, and then they keep in because they think that by 2027, he will, by backing around like a dog, he will be able to challenge Nigerians and squeeze the vote of them. Unfortunately, that is the only reason for which a government can keep somebody like Wike, who has insulted Nigerians roundly, and exposed even the corruption in this government more than any agent of government its administration. So if Mr. President feels because Wike brags and shouts on TV, because he has police and army backing with God, a Wike walking alone on the street of Abuja cannot challenge a hungry young man on the street, they will beat him to stupor in 5 minutes. So having police and army surround you and calling television or media houses to surround you and you are backing, you LinkedIn on a chair, makes him think that is important and powerful. I challenge him election. If this is what they are depending on, I hope they know that their pal is not very far from here. Instead also to work out, to deliver on the mandate, to market your product and your policies, explain the areas you have failed to Nigerians, and encourage them to play with you toward the future so that you hope that they can bring it to power.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck poop.
The #1 food for regular BMs, huh? Okay, let's see.
Fastest way to clear out stuck poop is by adding
Perspective of the fact that they have the capacity to swallow so much. But someday something may give, and that is why they should be careful. We used to have times in Nigeria when people were fed up. Today, military officers in different parts of Nigeria stay embarrassed trying to protect themselves. When those states in Nigeria, they were undermining the state, looting the money, no education, no investment in the people. They did it for many years until young people in this state who have no hope were lured into insurgency with as little as 1,000 naira. Today, they cannot move around freely. Those who have been rigging Nigeria's election are also having the same thinking that nothing will happen.
Right.
How about if something happens? Okay. Like it happened in Africa Coast, where an election led to 11 years for war. So,
Mr. Greatimo,
Mr. President should be watchful, and he's too big to allow Wike to become a stumbling block or a mess on the ground called the presidency of Nigeria.
Mr. Great Emo, you said something vital, when you were explaining a couple of things. You asked questions as to what exactly is the opposition doing. Shuare has been consistent in calling out the ills amongst those government agents. From the presidency, he's still on with the presidency where he's battling the DSS, battling a couple of groups in support of the administration. In fact, they're asking that the DSS should make sure they do the needful in clamping down on him. Some of the River State APC supporters, they're saying that the presidency needs to do something. That how dare Shuare call the president a criminal? Shuare is not yet done with that. He's not on with Wike. But they're asking questions that the supposed popular opposition that we talk about most times, what are they doing? They only just react to certain issues, but going this far. And why do you think that Nigerians are not rallying behind Shuare? If this guy has been astute, consistent, brazen, bold, ready to put his life at the risk, we've seen him go to jail on several occasions. He was just even released very recently, actually. So, especially with the IGP case, he has been calling them out with evidence, actually, not just poking. He's been with evidence. So, what is the problem with the opposition? Are they just there for power? Don't they know that there is a procedure, there are steps? When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in opposition, every day he called out the government of the day. They did their own investigation. They brought out evidence. So why is it that the opposition that we know right now, they seem cowed, possibly by digital intimidation or whatever? What do you think is happening?
Well, I don't think the caliber we have now can be intimidated. Not the bit of it that I read every day. B2B is consistent. Even Raja Atiku Abubakar, Erufai, these people have been speaking on different matters. For example, the show is having this issue now. The show calls Mr. President criminal. They asked him to withdraw it. He said no. It's possible that the other opposition leaders don't even have facts why the show will say he's a criminal. And if you jump on this case and say, oh yes, why should you challenge Shuare to withdraw the case? The person you call the criminal is a criminal. If you don't have the facts that Shuare have and you jump in at it, you might get your fingers burnt. Okay. But it's a fact that Shuare said it, and Shuare is able to face it. And then Wike comes along and he is digging it out with Wike. They have had other cases like that. We have had other squabbles with this opposition leader. But I know that to an extent, even to the extent that Mr. Peter has said that the intimidation, so many opposition leaders at different levels are intimidated actually. Maybe not even at the national level. How about the state, local government? There are many people who could have been speaking that would have made the voices louder. We just talked about the media. There are so many people in the media who are not hearing their voices because some of them too, their livelihoods are threatened. And most of them have not found other strategic means. You understand? To wriggle out of those. So, yes, there is intimidation. There is intimidation. In fact, there is a story that came out sometime from my own investigation. A certain federal government appointee was to be sacked. It was in the news. And after some days, everything went off. And it appeared because he was giving contract to somebody he knew was competent, but was seen to be opposition. So the government of the day has gone to the extent that today you no longer hear about bidding and tender. You don't. government of the Tinubu no longer talks of tender and bidding. Here in Abuja, you used to see people do tender bidding for small jobs. Now local contractors are being owed. They posted that they pay local contractors 3% trillion. Go and find out who are the local contractors. There are so many people that have been owed even before the coming of this administration. Some of them have been bankrupted. So many people bankrupted. But the ones appointed by this government without tender and bidding are the ones they are paying all these trillions to. So this is also a form of intimidation, whereby certain people who are dependent on these contractual agreements with government are no longer saying it. And they are believing that if they go out only and oppose the government, they will not get. But this is how low the government has gone, that you need to press the neck of the citizens to extract the obedience to them instead of act of good governance, good conduct, transparency, and empathy for the citizens. So it is akin to a military government, even worse, I said. Because when you are under a military regime, there is more of conformity. There is, even for military officers and police officers, everybody knows their boundary. Like somebody said on air the other day, today there's no more literal rule of law. Every idiot tells you to go to court because it looks like British are the wills and caprices of those in power. And it's not going to last. It can't last. This day we just saw Fubara return to government as a Rivers. The governor of people removed, and even the sole administrator appointed now is telling the State House of Assembly that he will not account for almost 300 billion naira belonging to Reversible. Oh no.
He said so that because he did exactly what the president asked him to do. And so they have no right to probe him. So if he's saying that, is he saying that whatever money that was used in the 6 months, it was he and the president that shared it for him to say that he did the bidding of the president? So they are not supposed to probe him. What does that statement mean? Is that not indicting on the president?
Definitely, because the money does not belong to the president. The money is the allocation of Rivers belongs to Rivers people. Rivers people have the right to know where their money is, and the more demand for it. So for one person to come and say, "Oh, because I'm appointed by Mr. President, the money he managed Rivers, it's not federation money. It's not federal government. It is the allocation to Rivers State. It is the IGL from Rivers State. Taxes paid by Rivers people. The extraction of oil and gas from Rivers people. So these characters have become so important. And I'm
Considering a reverse mortgage for your retirement plan? With no required monthly mortgage payments, you can enjoy more freedom.
This guy, and police backing them. This was the repeat of the kind of things that happened in 1983. The amount of deacons of this war, the killers of this war, they were so arrogant, so present in their corruption, in the Nigerians. And tell it to the father, when the military struck, literally the citizens never asked the question. How can you be in a democracy and people's citizens' voices are being stifled? Certain people now, once you say something on social media, they will locate you. But people will collect ransom, make calls for people to pay ransom, they will not locate them. This will not other way for Nigeria. We need a country where Nigerians can ask questions and look at what we are saying. Irrespective of what they can do for Mr. President. I don't think that on the reputation of wicked Nigerians or Rivers can vote for President Tinubu. I doubt it. If they think I'm right, he should go and do his investigation. Nobody refers, not even 10%, not 5% of Rivers can vote for Tinubu because of wicked. It can never happen.
Are you sure?
So if you think that you want to put on the ground martial results, write it, mutilate it as he did in 2023, that's what Mr. President is waiting for. He might be disappointed. So he's trading his reputation on the up and greed.
Mr. Reid,
that passes that this nonsense is going on. Right here in Abuja, the man is busy everywhere, grabbing land, displacing people, selling green areas, reserve areas for city aesthetics and environmental sanity. Wicked is paralyzing them. How can we have such characters without sense of excellence? People who are low self-esteem, who are so honored that they require the abundance of material things in essence to feel important. In this modern society, is an aberration.
All right. Mr. Great Imo, very recently there have been discordant tunes about our political hemisphere right now. The march towards 2027 has reached a point of no return. Quiet realignments have burst into bold declarations of loyalty, and long-standing alliances are now being tested in dramatic fashion. The latest is concerning the former late President Muhammadu Buhari. Some persons that were loyalists to him have shifted allegiance to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, even as the president staged a high-profile visit to visit Buhari's family in Kaduna. So the stakes right now could no longer be higher. It's no longer about personalities alone. It is about who truly inherits Buhari's political bloc. And in that fashion, remember that INEC has not yet released a timetable as to how 2027 is going to be like. Most of that talk will resume next year. But most of the political bigwigs, supporters of these political persons, have actually started campaigning. Even the supposed aspirants are campaigning. I'm talking about the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Now, Atiku Abubakar has assured the Yoruba people that they will hold prominent positions in his government if elected president in 2027, dismissing fears of Hausa Fulani domination. You know, he's married to a Yoruba woman. And he also gave, I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Great? All right, I think we're having a network. Mr. Great.
I'm hearing you now.
All right, I'm asking you a question about the president. The former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Recently, I was talking about the realignment in our political space and how a lot of persons in the political scenario are really trying to grapple whatever they can grapple to have an edge over this administration in 2027. Atiku Abubakar is one of such persons, and he's assuring the Yoruba people that they will hold prominent positions in his government if elected president in 2027, thereby dismissing fears that there will be a Hausa Fulani domination. You know that some persons in this administration are saying, you guys continue, you're acting as if the president will reign forever, there's impunity, you guys are being nepotistic and all whatnot. If another person of another extraction comes in, the person will also invade the Aso Rock with their own persons and you guys be relegated. So Atiku is trying to assure the Southwesterners that I need your support. I would not dominate the cabinet with Hausa Fulani. You'll be prominent in my cabinet. Do you think that the Southwest will leave their own person, because that's the way politics works in this part of the world, to vote for Atiku? How convincing do you think this declaration is to certain persons in the Southwest?
Ladies, don't overdo this bariatric coffee recipe unless you want to give away your entire wardrobe in less than a week. That's right, the bariatric coffee recipe that melts extra fat from your belly, arms, legs, and neck has gone viral and was featured on several TV shows. But today is your lucky day, because if you missed the live, I'm here to teach you this 32-second trick that everyone's been asking me about on social media. As a mom of 2 boys, I barely have time to breathe, let alone go on a diet or do...
Well, let me start by your introduction to this question. You talk about who will inherit Buhari. Buhari couldn't even inherit himself. Buhari is one of the biggest disappointments of this millennium century in Nigeria. Nigeria had so much high hopes that when in 2014 the merger was coming, at least for whatever it was worth, he had not been known to be an economist who could have magically transformed the economy at least 2 to 3 major areas. Nigerians saw that if he could hold forth on those areas, things will gradually will normalize. Area of security, because he was a retired general. Corruption, restoring the rule of law. When they are messed up,
hello, sir.
He could not inherit himself literally. Yes, forget there are still people who are hero worshippers and some people who are actually not, who doesn't have their own mind, who still picture him as the leader, as the hero. Yeah, those people that are there. It's not to undermine who he is to people, but his disappointment made it so easy for APC to struggle. What is the outcome of the result 2023? An incumbent president, a sitting government, they could not literally run on their own. And that is the problem that president is repeating. Look, irrespective of what opinion you got about it, he's a sitting president. He has come whichever way. He's the one in power right now. How can you be in power and you require the reputation of people not in power to win votes? By the way, they voted, some of those who supported him, not East, West, and South. They did that because some of them believed in him. But they had a reputational issue. But he has been there for 2 years. I will give you an example. I'm not trying to market anybody here, please. I am from Abia State. Okay. For 24 good years, we had back and forth about governance. But Alex Otti is also as well 2 years in government in Abia State. Compared to certain governors in the East, like Hope, who is almost 5 years from Imo State. Even though Hope is 5 years, the perception people in the East have about him is not the same with Alex Oti. Yet Alex Oti is just 2 years in power. The same number of time Mr. President has spent. Why is people perceiving Alex differently and perceiving Hope differently and perceiving Mr. President? So instead of focusing on the job, APC became heavy on propaganda, intimidation, arrogance, blatant arrogance. That was, sitting. And then you talk about Atiku Abubakar saying that he's going to carry the Southwest along. Do they need such promises in the 21st century Nigeria if there is good governance? Why do you have to tribalize governance? President Buhari did it. Now President Tinubu has also taken it to highest height. Today, as we talk to you, all the major agencies of government and levers of power in Nigeria are controlled by the Yorubas. It's not only. In fact, the worst is that even within the Yoruba land, Mr. President is even tribalistic within the Yoruba. If you are not the Tinubu set of people or Lagos Tinubu, you cannot get appointment. Someone from Ekiti that is living in Lagos have to take appointment from Lagos to Ekiti on behalf of the Ekiti people. Then we've written a party, we have cautioned about this. Yoruba APC undermining the rest Yoruba. If you are not supporting Tinubu, they'll be shouting on you. Yoruba run no, Yoruba run no. Every other person that is not bowing to the God that they have chosen is the enemy. They attack them both on social media, and we saw it also happen during the election. And now in power, even the allocation and the distribution, apart from state allocation, how is the sharing formula in terms of allocation of projects? If you are giving Southwest 5.3 trillion and South is 400 billion, you have to be worried that people there, if they understand what that resource allocation means, that the disparity is too much. It's not to say that it is a Nigerian culture, but it is one of the fundamental errors of the Nigerian state today. So if Atiku is coming to promise the Southwest or the Yoruba people that don't worry if you vote for me, I don't think that should be the issue. The issue is that we need a country we need to build a nation. Number one thing, to build a nation, you have to be one nation. The unity of Nigeria has been fundamentally undermined. Every day we see it. Even the appointees of the government of Nigeria, imagine a woman managing the foreign affairs of Nigeria, managing the Nigerian people in different countries, using tribalism to bet Nigerians. A man commits a crime, you said it is people from their place that commits crime. And you separate it from Nigeria, yet you're the representative of Nigeria, managing Nigerians in diaspora. I mean, there's no right in it. And the president is quiet, and you are thinking, okay, all you need to do is to go and beg the North. If you beg the North, they give you power. You don't care about the East. And you are building a country. Who builds a nation like that? When you read the book, Why Nations Fail, this is one of the fundamental errors, where the citizenship is not the ultimate purpose of governance. Where the citizen is not the subject of nationhood. This is why Nigeria is failing. And if you ask these people, they keep telling you, it's been this, it's been that, they know something. The elementary governance structure and understanding of nation building is lacking. It's only greed.
Okay. Mr. Great Emo, thank you very much, actually, because I know you told me you have a meeting for 8 o'clock and it's 8:02. So I really appreciate your passion in analyzing some of these issues.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
My pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much. That was Great Emo, who is a political, national, and social affairs commentator. Great Emo also is an author, and you can actually hear how passionately he was speaking on issues of national interest. We'll take a very short break, and when we return, obviously, I'll introduce another topic of conversation where I have Mr. Lawal Kandari right here with me before I begin to get your reactions. Please do kindly stay with us.
I have never seen someone between the ages of 50 and 60 with such beautiful hair. It turns out that since she started getting gray hair, she has been using this product. Never dye your gray hair, as dyeing only leads to more gray hair. I discovered a fantastic product. This hair coloring stick is about the size of a lipstick, portable, and can be used anytime, anywhere. Just apply it to the gray areas to cover them instantly. One stick can last for 6 months, so there's no need for frequent dyeing. This gray hair concealer stick is a lifesaver for those of us with gray hair. Everyone knows that frequent hair dyeing is very harmful to health. Now, whenever gray hair appears, you can simply cover.
It's time to take the
to plead with the Igbos that you have an Igbo wife as well, and then they're also your extension, and then you're also seeking the hands of the Southwest. It's not yet time for campaigns. At this time, do you think that is a strategy to elicit the support from certain regions in your address to having support? That's one. Two, one would have expected that the ADC is basically a coalition. But right now, with how Atiku is going about it, it seems like it's Atiku's personal party. For example, Bolaji Abdullahi, their publicity secretary, told us that they're waiting for them to have a consensus, meaning Amiti, Rotimi Amici, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar. If they decide amongst themselves that we're going to go with one person, that's fine. The ADC will work with it. But if they're going to do an open primary and anybody who emerges will support the person, is Atiku meant to be campaigning for himself alone under the banner of the ADC when others, yes, they've displayed and expressed their focus of intent, but we have not seen them going out to campaign individually. They're campaigning for the ADC in setting up structures. Atiku is now individually campaigning to be considered as the president under the banner of the ADC. So are we seeing this coalition? And is it possible that the persons who are part of this coalition may disintegrate due to selfish interest by some of them?
No, the first question is this. Are we voting for the individual or we are voting for the party?
Okay.
We should begin to ask ourselves that question.
But we are supposed to ask Atiku that question.
No, Nigerians should begin to ask themselves, not Atiku. Yes. Okay. We should begin to ask, is it the personality of the person or the party? We should look, because anytime INEC presents its ballot a paper, discover that you see parties and their logos. You don't even know the person you are voting for. You don't know the person you are voting for. And eventually somebody will just come up, and if the party wins, the person will just come up, and then we begin to hear a strange or different story. So we should be asking ourselves, is it the party we want or the individual? We should begin to look at the individual if we were Nigerians, and the personality of the individual. That is one. Second, Atiku is campaigning because he wants to be, is going to be one of the presidential aspirant.
Okay.
So he has the right to campaign for himself. So every other person has the right to campaign. Why do you have
time for campaign?
That has already the rule has already been broken. So why are you talking now? The rule has been broken long time ago now.
But the others have expressed intent of interest, but they haven't started campaigning for themselves, like categorically addressing people that vote for me. They haven't. We've not seen them on. We've not seen their faces with the ADC boss. Atiku already has a campaign vehicle already. His pictures, everything under the ADC, almost like the ADC has adopted him as their presidential candidate. Don't you think that it's setting a kind of narrative?
No, Esther, he's an aspirant. He has the right to begin to negotiate. You don't wait for the end to start your plan. You start your plan from the beginning. So he has started his own. I'm not blaming him for that. I'm not. So it's okay to do all those things. Now, another one is this about talking to the western part.
Southwest.
I mean the southern southern part of the southwest, because all these things it gives me a headache. Anyhow you say southwest, northwest, northeast, southeast, I don't even know what we are talking about. Sometimes it confuse me where some north central. I mean, I don't know why we make it that way. It's just a way to create confusions and make Nigerians lose their identity.
When you eat hot beans, you go normal.
I don't know. It makes us lose our identity. You talk about history and you are talking about southwest, south. What does that mean? Do you see somebody coming? Can you say that I am from southwest, or you say I'm Igbo? And Yoruba people come to know you. I say I love to know you. I love to come and visit your people to see how it is. But you say I'm from southwest. You begin to wonder what type of people is that southwest? So you are made to lose your identity, your culture, because that is simply names. That's why I get headache with things like this.
That's not simply names. Nigeria is a combination of nations. The Yoruba is a race.
Then why is
Igbo extraction is a race?
I'm coming. I'm not talking about them. Tell me, what has that got to do with southwest? Excuse me. What has that got to do with southeast?
Well, no, not southeast. He said Yorubas.
No. That's not what because I'm just talking about when they use the word southeast, southwest, south, northwest, north.
Now, don't we have 6 geopolitics?
So if you look at that region, because that region swallows some ethnic groups and they are forgotten.
Reverse vision loss quickly. Your eye doctor won't tell you this, but with just 1 spoonful of garlic a day, your eyesight will clear up and your prescription could be reduced 3-fold. I know people are going to call me crazy in the comments for saying this, but once you try...
Why some dominate the others? You are the dominant factor in this north central or northwest. So they dominate the other region, and then before you know it, those ones they are forgotten. So this makes us to lose our traditional, our heritage.
Or our sense of nationhood.
Yes, it doesn't make us a nation.
Okay.
It distorts the whole narration. That's why I get confused.
Are we a nation now? Because we're going to be celebrating Independence Day.
We don't celebrate. We are going to remember.
Well, that's what the president says.
Yeah, that's the president. And Nigeria is just going to remember. We do celebrate.
I don't remember the last time I even celebrated Christmas. When I say celebrate, I'll call friends together, we'll eat, we'll dine. I've never done that in how many years ago?
The theme is Nigeria at 65, all hands on deck for a greater nation. Are all hands on deck for a greater nation?
Well, I'm still coming to that. Let me ask.
They said the theme is indicating the need for unity, collaboration, patriotism amongst government institutions, the private sector, civil society, and citizens to advance national peace, prosperity, and progress. Okay. But if you go on social media, government agents expressing expletives of derogatory comments against other ethnic extractions, dividing the polity, hitting up the polity with hatred, acidic vitriol.
You should even talk about Kanu, talk about Nnamdi Kanu in detention.
I'm not even.
And you think the Igbos will be thinking about unity?
It's not just the Igbos. We're not talking about Igbo or whatever. I am saying that they're trying to foster or to create a narrative of Nigeria at 65. This is what the theme actually exemplifies. In reality, that is not the case. Yes. I'm talking about leaders in government being part of this acidic vitriol for a nation that is hanging by a thread. It's so unfortunate. I'm not lying to you. And I don't know if the president is aware of this. We've heard talks that he's sometimes not aware. They only tell him what they think he needs to know. He may not be aware about what is happening. But it's so sad that institutions are now being used by the government of the day for personal purposes. So you can see certain things happen. The DSS will throw a blind eye at it. But when some certain group of persons call the DSS attention to it, they now attend to it and address it. It's almost like the DSS is not for everyone, but a specific set of persons who are in power. It's really so sad, Mr. Lawal Ekunda, and I'm wondering if Nigeria is 65, and this is what the theme is, does the government understand the state of being of Nigeria?
It's not that they don't understand. It's like that is what they want. That's why they keep telling you, they'll tell you that they want to celebrate. Before even when the white men were ruling us for 100 years, it wasn't like this. It wasn't bad. The country was doing well. There was unity in Nigeria. That's why you can call Nigeria a nation. But the moment they handed the independence to us, the whole thing scattered. And then now we are so divided. We have a constitution that doesn't represent Nigerians, that Nigerians didn't sit down to design. Somebody designed it for us and gave it to us, just manage it, and we are doing it. And each time you see them amending certain sections of the constitution just to favor them. What about the whole thing? You see securities all over the place, people running. You tell them you want to celebrate. Do you know what happened to somebody close to me yesterday? The person was kidnapped in Lagos City here. He was kidnapped. Before the person was released, kidnapped in Lagos City here. By one chance, is it going on? You are telling me you want to celebrate? Things like that goes on all over across from Lagos to Kaduna, from Kaduna to Sokoto, from Sokoto. People are not safe all over. And you are talking about what do you want to celebrate? The people who left that Benue people, and they return back to their land so that they can celebrate. They are still in IDP camp. So who is occupying their land? We have it in Kwara State. We have it. So how do you now talk about celebration? I don't know. We just remember. Now let me come back.
We need to take phone calls.
Yes, just give me 1 minute. Let me come back.
I have a live appearance.
Just 1 minute. That issue of Atiku talking to some section of Nigeria, we know that is what is trending, but that is not the way. Yes, the way forward is for leaders to be servants. If a leader is a servant, you come in and do your job and get out. You get paid. So anybody can come from you can even come from India and rule us, but you be a servant.
Well, the sole administrator of Rivers, Ibas, has been summoned to Aso Rock, meeting with the president this evening at 5:50 p.m. He was clad in brown native attire. He was accompanied by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edu, and the Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede. You know that they have actually called Ibas to make account of the money that he used during the 6 months tenure of his sole administrating in Rivers State. And obviously, the Rivers State House of Rep members who just resumed from the suspension said they wanted to investigate the money that he used in that 6 months, and Ibas refused that they do not have a right to investigate him. They cannot be asking for him to be investigated because he was doing the orders of the president. Do you think that since that is what he said, the president has now decided to invite him, so he defends himself in front of the president and not in front of the House, in a closed door?
It sounds erratic, you know.
If you're paying more than $42 a month for home insurance, you're getting ripped off. Here's how to fix it. I didn't know I was overpaying on my home insurance until my friend sent me this site that compares the rates and discounts available to me with just a few clicks.
And out of place.
What did you think?
You know why? Because
I've seen erratic incidents.
Now, we keep seeing it, and that's why when you talk about Nigeria, they want to celebrate Nigeria at 65, and people begin to wonder, what do you want to celebrate? You are the one that want to celebrate, not us. Now, the thing is this: you are giving some certain amount that doesn't belong to you to do some certain job.
254.3.
Yes, that's Ibazo. Now, for you to give account to people who gave you money, you said they have no right to ask because it's the president that gave you. Have you forgotten that that money belongs to the people of Rivers State, not you? So the House of Assembly of that state has a right, without even telling you at all, to investigate you. The governor coming up has the right, even individuals have the right to call you to order.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get your reaction to the issues that have been discussed this evening. The number to call is 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
My name is Mr. Bako Vision.
Mr. who?
Bako Vision.
Mr. Bako?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Bako. Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Kundayo. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. What are we celebrating first of all? Because I was listening to your news this evening, your 6 o'clock news, and from the beginning to almost the end was about killing, and then end with kidnapping. So what are we celebrating? We are still not independent. We are still in captivity. As I'm talking to you, many people are held ransom in captivity right now. Then, let's moving forward. Somebody said, Buhari, I said one of your analysis on phone, said that Buhari was even one of the worst presidents. I still think if I disagree with him.
Okay.
Under Buhari, a policeman who was a super cop was arrested and is in prison up to now. Understanding you, people have immunity. Somebody like me, it's just like somebody who has made oil all over his fingers. It's now all telling you that you're wearing white clothes. You know how it's something the two of you that something is wrong for you to allow somebody with oil in his fingers until you and you're answering with him.
All right, thank you.
Then,
08036929933, 08036929933. The WhatsApp is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. How are you?
very much, Mr. Esther.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. What's your
I
name?
think you're best. My name is Taiwo, calling from Ajegunle.
Wow, welcome, sir. How was Ajegunle today?
Wow, very fantastic. Very, very, I know there's nothing but the flood everywhere.
You read no breed today. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I wish I guess, Mr. Kudayon.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome, sir. My topic is, your guest, Barrister Danity, does not agree with Showori. But Showori,
Barrister Darlington,
I know. I've been calling whenever you were there. I always come back. I don't think you keep it. I don't want to take some I will not take long. So it does not agree that Showori is against the president or is activist or whatever. But I want to tell Mr. Barry that Showori remains one of the best Nigerian activists we have in Nigeria today. That just truth. Let's not be criticizing him. The guy is the type of, he's not a tribalistic person. He's a just man, type of the interest of Nigeria. So thank you very much. That's my topic statement. God bless you, everyone.
All right, thank you very much for calling. 08036929933, 08036929933. Somebody said Showore now is a good person because he's targeting some persons that obedience don't like. If it is Peter Obi that he targets now, they will say Showore is being used by the government of the day. Nigerians now will applaud you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Paul from Agege.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my greetings to your guest, Kundayo. Hello, can you hear me?
Very well, sir. Go ahead.
I've been laughing since. Kundayo said that you are the one celebrating, not us. And that is not the truth. You are the one celebrating. We are not celebrating anything. Just today, I saw a news. What is it that? The army, they saw they got the information that the Boko Haram people were marching in their hundreds to attack the army base in the north. And instead of them to signal those artilleries and the air force, they didn't do that. Even a soldier said that it's not clear that these people don't want this fight to stop. Because every year there is this allocation of.
Watch what eggs do to your knee pain.
You see this egg? Well, there's something inside it that can completely change how your knees feel. And no, it's not the yolk. Hi, I'm Dr. Josh Levitt, and I've been treating.
Fighting the terrorists and this thing, after the corner billions of naira, I think that they don't just want it to stop, so that they keep on cornering the billions and billions in their pocket. So, see, what I don't understand in this Nigeria is that I think I got to just effort. What is effort? Because, I don't know, I had this opportunity to speak one of our deputy speaker of our state one time. So, I asked him, sir, like, do you people really listen to radio and hear what people say? Do you know what the man told him?
No.
He said that, yes, sometimes they don't hear, but there are people that stick there to listen to radio.
Yes, they do.
That those people come to them and say, so station is going to go. So
completely distant from the reality.
And another thing is that, if you want to buy that bag of rice for 100,000, they would have written as code, they would have written about 200 or 500,000. So when you buy for 100,000, they wonder that we buy it for 500,000 now.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
VOP. Yeah, good evening, VOP.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for staying on the line. What's your name, sir?
Duka, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My own take is that
What's your name, sir?
our Nigerian leaders, they don't want to sow the seed they will not like to reap tomorrow. But they always sow it, but they will not like to reap it. All I'm telling my brothers in Nigeria is to get ready. Get your PVC. Enough of talking is enough. So let us face action. Action is get your PVC. PVC is very important so that 2026 we are not talking about. If we survive it, we can talk about 2027. But get your PVC.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, please?
My name is Efe.
If you're calling from where, sir?
I'm calling all the way from Mafiloko.
All right, if you please go ahead.
Yes, I really like the man that was analyzing the first program.
It's a great
Yes, I really enjoyed his analysis.
Yes,
I really enjoyed it so much. Let's look at this for ourselves. God will come to one for us. Now we could run by ourselves. If the people could run, why NEPA should come out and face their leader? Ask yourself, NEPA should come face their leader. Then wait for God. Just like what Ola was calling yesterday on your show. The caller was saying, how long would it, okay, I think it was your show, or Ola was making one other show in the program. How long will it call God? How long will we Nigerians be called God? We are too scared to die, but we like life. How many countries to paper? But how long would it feel like? How long? Ask yourself, how long? Just like when you complain, fish when you need to buy. Check out, a raw fish.
Hey.
A raw fish. What is the talk? But how long would it like?
My head.
I get Mr. Kundai on the program.
Good evening, sir.
But Mr. Kundai, you talk about what I know like. Atiku on the norms, just like when I know they back Atiku right one time. I always visit your program. You always back Atiku. You back Atiku most times.
You like that?
But on the, yes, back Atiku most times. You like Atiku, I know you like Atiku. But on the norms, Atiku most supposed to do the campaign for his own. Not to rescue the country. Why Atiku they go campaign on his own? They go, okay, just like when you said that. They go promise the Yoruba government. They go put them for government. Why? What for? What for? It doesn't need it. Why you going to keep promise? What is your word? When you never wanted the president, you go keep promise. But to show me, you need the president to be. Well, it's fine. I don't think I control my comments all about it. You will have a good night and enjoy your evening.
God bless you. Thank you.
Good job. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much, sir. Hello, good evening.
Hi, yes, sir.
Hi, Remy. Thank you for waiting. Good
Yeah, good evening. Greetings to Salah.
Good evening, sir.
This is Remy.
Yeah,
from Akop.
Welcome.
Are you thinking about selling your home in Sacramento, but you want to know the perfect time to do so? Then watch my video. Before you decide to put your home on the market, download my free guide. This guide will tell you how to sell your home for the highest possible price. When you tell the story of your home, you create emotion. Emotions makes buyers.
If not for social media, a lot of reports from the other camps will make it to the social media. If not for a lot will make it. Imagine Obi's tweets on daily basis. Do you think a TBC will report that? So Obi has been consistent, like your guest said. He's been consistent back to back. More reason they are trying to make sure we give less attention to the issues Obi raised in his tweet. And if not for Sahara reporter that is known by Shore, most station reports will raise what was it called? Attack on other on the APC. Yes, it will be reported. One of the things I had against Shore whenever he's attacking Saudi, he doesn't present any receipts. It doesn't. It just mere conjecture.
Speaks. Okay.
The show you get, unlike other people, the like of Atiku, we can know that if they show the proof, they present proofs concerning those people, except to be, I not think Kobe supporter will just be quiet about it. That is why they have issues against you, right? Oh yeah, we did this. Show us receipts, no receipt. I want them to believe it because you are an activist. It doesn't work that way. It was interviewing a platform, and I had thing as well too. Show receipts. So they was with politicians and show receipt that he committed a crime and all that. None, mere conjecture. So people, Nigerians are wiser than that playing gimmicks. On the issue of
hello. Okay. I think Remy got a call. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Ekunayo.
Good evening, sir.
You're calling from Ota.
Mr. Yomi, welcome. How is Ota today?
Ota, very fine. It's not the rain.
The rain, it reached everybody. Welcome, sir. Hello, Mr. Yomi. Welcome.
Yeah.
So please go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, like I said, I did not blame Atiku for campaigning for himself.
Okay.
You know, Nigeria is a lawless country. So it is that word. We are people, they are clean leaders, do what they like. And on the issue of Independence Day, they are not celebrating, not we. If the country can be faced with all these issues, insecurity, hunger, bad economy, you know, just name it. And somebody is telling me that they are celebrating. You know, it tells you the kind of people, the rulers we have in Nigeria. But they're not concerned with the problem of the
So
country.
we're gonna be making a hard switch. Barrister Darlington is on. You guys know I don't play about Barrister Darlington. So we're gonna shift right now to
Ma reportedly met with the president shortly after the president returned from a 12-day
I'm gonna
working
take this
vacation,
back.
alleging that Mahmoud's
I
efforts to
need us
register new
to
political
start
parties at the end
from
of his tenure had disrupted Tinubu's preparation.
Projects.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? The whole of that day, I think, is the federal government acquisition. So, if any state want to do anything there,
yeah, now we go turn our destiny around for sure. That one for sure.
area of jurisdiction, they cannot.
Let me see if I can go directly to
I'm
the
chucking a truck and I love surprises.
channel.
Well, giving a
Stream direct instead of having. Let me see here. Okay.
Duties and proceed on terminal leave. However, you know that Mahmoud will be responsible for having to.
So the land they are talking about here, I've not seen it. Though. I don't know the demarcation. Though. I don't know where the structures are. But if it is about, it is the federal government acquisition. So all those lands belong to the federal government. So on what basis?
Please double tap to like or click on the three dots. Please.
Are you saying what if it's in collaboration? If it's a federal government land, is it bad if the state government is enforcing for the federal government?
Thank you, Michael.
Because according to what the first state government is telling us, they're telling us that those roads, those buildings are obstructing channels for water to pass through, is causing congestion and literally disorganizing the urban planning of Lagos State.
If it is that one, it's a lie. Esther, I said it is a lie. Magodo GRA, everybody knows this story. I've said that story here. That place was originally taken from landowners because the military government then wanted to use it for general hospital.
Okay.
But because they did not do anything there before the military left and all that, somebody now entered there and started building his estate. Are you getting what I'm saying? Many years after, the owners of that land, they now woke up and said, come on, this is our land. And they told us they want to do general hospital there for public good. And that was why we even released the land. Now, a private person have gone there to erect the buildings and estate. They went to court.
Okay.
The court said they should go and take their land. Esther, that land, even if you go there now, you can see that they have distorted that particular place. Even the wet land over there, they even feed it and built on it. The wildlife there was even entering into people's home. I listened to the landowners the day they came to one of the radio stations on 2 occasions to tell their story. So that land was taken by force by somebody. So the day they were to go and take over the land, because the court says they could just take their land, and they mobilized bulldozers and everything to go there in the dead of the night. The governor of Lagos State and the CP of Lagos State, they went there to stop them. In the dead of the night, and I'm asking, what interest does the Lagos State governor have in that land? Since he's not the owner, the court have ruled. They went there to stop them. Meanwhile, the way the private owner constructed that is causing a flood. It's causing flood. Obstructing free flow of water in that area. It's on record. Most of the flood that they're experiencing through that K2 and all is from because of what they did in that area. And somebody did it, Esther.
But trade fair, is trade fair under Ojo or Amodofin?
Hold on, I'm coming. Now, when you are talking of the one in that trade fair, if the federal government is they are the one who should be instituted to such a thing. Okay. You cannot on your own as a state government go and take over a federal government land without any discussion with them. It's not done. The whole of Abeson, Aboru, all those areas, they wanted to relocate the Dodan barrack to that place before the military left to Abuja and all that. So that the whole of that is a federal government acquisition.
I was asking Mr. Delify.
So if you want to acquire your CFO, it will be from the federal government.
No, I was asking Mr. Delify more because if you are seeing some of the structures, some were still under construction, some had been completed. Now, you know how it is in Lagos State. There's not how you're building in a place that is visible, that has a lot of, traffic, people are moving around it, everyone can see that you're building, that the state government will not visit, intermittently. They usually visit. In fact, they visit, they check your particulars, they check your documents, you have your money there, the boy little thing, they all come around. So my issue, Barrister, wait, my question is, they see this process ongoing, and they know that this particular building is not on a proper, it's not being set up in a proper way or in a proper route. Why don't you tell them to stop it or possibly come and demolish before the building has been completed?
Ignorance is not an excuse in law anywhere in the world.
Okay.
If you do not do your due diligence, how is that my problem? How is that my problem? I'm only concerned with what they are telling me now. That is obstructing a free flow of whatever. So this other flood that ravaged Lekki people, whenever, is because of the land they build there. It's because of the property they build there. No, look at it now. And then whenever you want to do something with sincerity, let us know. Don't just deceive us. These other places that flood is ravaging the whole of Lagos, is it because of the property they build in Lekki? Tell me. And you know those who have acquired more land in Lekki than the owners of the land. So what happened to their property? The man who is demolishing property, he cannot demolish those ones, Abi. Knowing fully well that those properties were built on the wrong places in Lekki. Esther, those properties in Lekki were built on the wrong places. But because of the owner, the personality of the people, nobody will talk about it. That's why when small rain drop, Lekki will be flooded. Yes, Esther.
Well, according to them, they say the government will no longer fold their arms while unapproved development.
Leave that thing. Leave that thing. Leave that. They are talking. I told you that they are not sincere. I just gave you 2 examples here now. I gave you 2 examples now. Maybe because of the people in Abuja now who represent the federal government, nobody will say anything. If not, those people should go and make further inquiry and let us know what interest does Lagos State have over that land, because it's a federal government project. What if they have approval from the federal government? Approval to do what? They want to do something with the land. They want to do something in a federal government land, Abi. The whole of paper for that was acquired under the federal ministry, not the state ministry. That's what I'm telling you here.
All right. If you're listening to us right now, I'll implore you to please, if you walk along that axis, if you have a building, you have a shop there, please call. We've been able to reach 2 people whose buildings were affected. Like they were the ones who actually built, the complex that was demolished. Unfortunately, there were 2. They're not in a state where they can coordinate themselves. They're worried. They need to see how they can relocate some of their goods out of that axis and settle down. So possibly tomorrow, being Friday, or next week, we'll be bringing them in. Some of them have said they will go to court. Unfortunately, though, millions of naira has been invested, and you know how the court is. They take their time with things like this, and we don't know if they'll be compensated for what actually happened. More than 150 million naira for those who built some of those shops. We don't know if it is even the government of the day that actually built and leased those shops that people now rented. It's a lot actually to think of, and the complicity of the state government, or is it the fact that those who leased and those who built did not do proper research, they didn't find out, they were gullible or ignorant, and maybe because they felt it was a choice area, they just acquired the property or bought the shop for rent or something. But we need to understand exactly what this means. So except
the Lagos State government start punishing their officers.
That is the question I asked.
Yes, except they start punishing the officers who sell land to people, knowing fully well that it is wrong for them to do that. They should call them. If the commissioner who sold those lands to those people have retired, they should go and fetch him. They should go and fetch him because he knew better.
All right.
So that land, I am thinking that being a federal government project, they must have left that land for expansion purposes. Are you getting me?
Okay.
They must have left it because the federal government left Lagos to Abuja.
Okay, let's take a listen to this. Somebody sent a voice note saying that he also has a building there or something, and that a couple of them are usually very greedy and they build on the drainage, and that's why it was demolished. Let's just quickly listen to this so we can have context.
Whenever you want to do something with sincerity,
Esther.
I think the person was listening to Barrister.
Sorry?
So the person was listening to the show while they were doing the recording.
Exactly.
So you heard what he said.
I heard what he said, but I just told you the correct procedure. Whether they are greedy or not, 2 wrongs does not make a right.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? They must have been informed and all that. I'm sure there is communication gap. The one they did with the P2B property in a GRA. Is anybody talking about it now?
Okay.
No, is anybody talking about that now? Let us not prove that yes, because of one person heard, therefore everybody must have heard. No. Let us go to who sold the land, who bought it. You cannot just go there and start building on your own. No.
Okay.
You bought it from somebody. You acquired it from somebody. Is that not true?
True.
So who is that person?
All right,
You should know better.
Hello, Chima. How are you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, Chima. Welcome.
Hello?
So you were the one who sent the voice.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Please, Chima, explain what exactly happened.
I'm interested. Let me explain to you what is happening.
Okay.
All those places, I want Igbo brothers know. Hama, we to have feel like Yogo. They have money. That's what they want at the back and do. They will go and overpay, even though they will collect from their brothers who buy proper money. They give them. But that's the money go. We are not helping ourselves. We are not helping ourselves. We never see anything. I'm not there alive and demolish this place. No, I'm not going to drain it. And here, man, Abia Plaza. I don't build. Every place around something there. They went and built all over to the drain. I'm going to have a big hall. So people go tell them, 200 million. And normally, I want 50 million to build here. I don't want to listen. I'm only going to we never do anything. If you don't stop this, our character, we are going to have a big problem in Lagos. We don't have much to pay.
All right, Chima, thank you very much. Okay.
Now, based on what he's saying now, are you getting what I'm saying? Yes, I know that people can act out of ignorance. But
ignorance.
Yes.
You hear how Chima described what happened?
No, you are assuming because you know.
I'm assuming.
Yes, I mean the man that spoke.
Chima is assuming.
He's assuming because he spoke. You never know the other details behind it. What if this thing was acquired?
Chima is there.
Hold on. He's there when they are demolishing. The other thing that happened behind closed doors, you know.
Did you just hear what he explained?
What he said, look, Esther, somebody sold the land to these people. What was the person's intention by deceiving them? It may be a commissioner, a government official.
Okay.
There are two wrongs. I mean, what's it called? It takes two to tango. Somebody sold them and he sold that land to them. And they believe that being a government official, he must be telling them the truth.
But you know what Chima said, that some of them have money. Despite the fact that they may know this, they will pay double it.
Leave all those things. Those things are not the issue here.
Those things are not the issue.
No, they are not. They are not. The issue is who started the selling of the land to these people. You extorted money from them because you felt that they have money. Let me take my own. How can you be exonerated from what is going on now? The Lagos State government should go deeper. Find out, collect their receipt. They will see the signatures of those who sold that land to them. Call them. So it is not the only time this thing will stop. That's the truth. Because Esther, if you are dealing with a government official in Lagos, maybe a commissioner, will you be afraid? Esther, will you be afraid?
No.
You get to
but you have confidence.
Good. You get to his office. You see everything. You know that yes. Recently, thank God they said they bought it. They didn't steal it. They bought it.
No, they didn't steal it.
So good. So who's collected the money? Who collected the money? On a government acquired land. Like I told you now, this is a federal government land. Why would people be selling it in Lagos State? At the back of the federal government. Why? Look at what it said, Abia Plaza. If you go to all the states in Nigeria, to tell you the federal government project, they have plazas. Some states sold their own because they couldn't continue with business or something. Are you getting what I'm saying? Even some other people that are more active, they used to carry their wealth to other people's plaza, like Taraba, all these people that are not good in business. They have outsourced their own plazas to Igbo people. So, how can you now come and blame them? That's what I'm saying. Lagos State cannot continue to pretend as if they don't know what the officials are doing. They will deliberately collect money from people, knowing fully well that tomorrow something will happen. Why? Esther, why? The people that collected that thing now, they are now innocent, Abi. Then the people that gave you that you paid and gave you money, they are now foolish people. Meanwhile, it is government officials in Lagos State. Let them deny it. Thank God the man that's said they paid, but who did they pay the money to? That person didn't know that he has no locus over that land. Can you give what you don't have? Let the Lagos State government trace who sold that land. Let them bring their receipts. Let them trace who sold that land to them. They will not punish that person so that they will stop trading with Igbo traders and all that. Whenever they want to buy land, say, come, there's land. Yeah. Even the one that happened here in Nigeria State. Is it not someone that sold it to them? Telling them that, no, the airport, the fan is no longer interested in this land. They have left it, this and that. Am I not a government official? Don't you? Will I tell you lies? Esther, these are the things they tell them. And when you go to airport and see the man in a very big office, would you be doubting again? You will pay money. After building, you collect the money and put in his pocket. Meanwhile, he knows the truth, and you are telling me that such a person should not be punished. Even Omonile. Lagos State government, don't they know what Omoniles are doing? Don't they know? No, don't they know what Omoniles are doing in Lagos State? Have they called them to order? Please. I wanted someone to tell me that they went there to build on their own without anybody giving them land and all that. But they said that they paid for it, 200 million, 100 million. Who collected that money? Esther, who collected it? You are sure, you know that this land does not belong to you and you are selling it. On what basis? On what basis, for God's sake? On what basis? You cannot continue to blame them, say they didn't do this, they did it. But somebody collected. If that person did not, will they buy? You mean any Igbo man can just wake up and see anybody walking on the road, say, come and buy land, they will follow the person? No. Go and trace it. It came from government officials. They are the one that sold that place, collected money.
So those Omonile could be government officials?
Of course, they are working with them. Why do you think they are untouchable? Why do you think they are untouchable, Esther? What are you telling me? Why do you think they are untouchable? And Lagos State government is not doing anything about it. The same thing with Cyberus. The same thing. Do you know the havoc these people are causing in Lagos State?
Are we saying that there are no federal government structures that are built on waterways? If it was a federal government structure that was built on a waterway, would that be demolished?
Esther, if you build in the wrong places, as long as you acquired it properly, the government has to step in.
Okay.
But while stepping in, there should be compensation. That's the truth.
Okay.
Even if you go to court, the court cannot say just throw you out of your property. As long as it's government.
If you want to acquire any property in Lagos, any land, please do what you call proper verification. It's not just for today. It could be next year. It could be next 10 or 15 years. You can never tell. Do proper verification. Do proper marking. That where you want to acquire land is government approved. Is not a federal government land or a state government land that you know at some point they want to use it. Make your verifications, because a lot of persons have attached ethnic coloration to this whole thing. They have attached ethnic coloration to it, and that's why we try to do proper logical conversations here. So people don't just have some undertones don't become facts. That's the truth. Some undertones will become fat. When I had this conversation with Mr. Dele Fanimo, I was really not happy about this development. I was wondering, why is it that when buildings are being built and the state government sees these buildings, they come, they inspect it from as the building is ongoing, they come around, especially if it's in a very choice area or a very busy area. They come, they check it out. So, and then there are persons who give licenses. There are persons who approve, certain persons building on such spaces. So how come all of a sudden the same government wants to demolish properties in that place? And they will bring their documentation to it. So it felt like there was something personal, or is it that the government were not aware, or is it not government in continuum? Who issued, who approved, who signed, and all that? So if money exchange has channel, would you not blame the person who bought the land? Why would the person have to suffer for the incompetency of an agency that was meant to say, no, you cannot build here, regardless of how much money you give me, you just can't. We can refer you to another location. Okay, so that was my issue, and thank all of you for actually helping to clarify.
Even
business owners who have buildings as well, who have the money, please, the fact that you have the money does not mean you should do things illegal. If even your state, your home state will not allow you doing anything illegal. That's just the honest truth. So let's try to be fair in our dealings, in what we do, so we don't start attaching unnecessary whatever to it. It's very, very important.
Esther,
sir,
I gave you a typical example. The houses in Lekki that we are building not that because of flood. Why have they not demolished them? Esther, Lekki that's supposed to be a highbrow area. Don't you see what happened here when one small rain drop like this?
Exactly.
So why have they not going to clear that the whole of that area?
Embarrassed, the people who actually give all these licenses, they should be prosecuted, though.
They will not touch them.
They should touch them. Because it's not funny.
They
should be prosecuted.
That's what I'm telling you here. They will not. I just give you good example that is verifiable. Magodo, go and see even the road. The road. If you have these wide body cars coming, they can't pass through that. Especially that's a CMB whatever. When you want to enter the adjoining streets, the roads are very small, very very small. Meanwhile, they are not supposed to be there. And a private person owns that place, something that was acquired by government for public use. These are facts. Let them tell me I'm lying. Why can't they go and clear it and say, no, this is not supposed to be here? The flood that happens there, nobody has talked about it and what is causing it, Esther. You can imagine. I wish you can bring somebody, the landlords, the owners of that, they will come here. I'm not joking. I will tell those people that came on radio station and lamented their ordeal. They will come here. They will come here. They will tell you what they are suffering over there. Because of what? Flood. It was a place marked out for a different project. Somebody went to sanfill it. When they were doing that, monkeys and all these rodents, they were entering into people's houses. They were entering into people's houses. And tomorrow, flood is still ravaging the whole of that houses. Nobody have gone to clear any land, any building there. Nobody. The one in Lekki, they are not telling you that all the houses in Lekki are defective. Who built them? Esther, who built them? No, nobody will talk about that. Is it people that agree that they bought all the land in Lekki Abi? Is it people that are greediness? Please, Jerry.
All right, Barrister Darlington, I'm sure you've heard the story about the president asking INEC chair Mark Modiakul to proceed on leave. According to certain sources, they're saying that it's based on Yakubu's last-minute betrayal of the APC's administration that appointed him, and that Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma reportedly met with the president shortly after the president returned from a 12-day working vacation, alleging that Mahmoud's efforts to register new political parties at the end of his tenure disrupted Tinubu's preparation for a second term. So in other words, that there were some political parties that Mahmoud approved that he ought not to approve, and that could also mutilate the effort of the president's administration for second term. And we know that about 100 and something new political parties have been registered right now that were, that necessitated the registration from INEC. The ADC is one of them. ADA is one of them. The governor also claimed that Mahmoud was covertly backing a candidate in the Imo State governorship election. And following the briefing, that the president reportedly requested that Mahmoud suspend all official duties and proceed on terminal leave. However, you know that Mahmoud will be responsible for having to be in charge of the upcoming Anambra State governorship election, and he's due to actually exit by November 2025. There were talks that there could be an extension, but what we're hearing, there's actually no extension. But do you think this story is true? Because Mahmoud actually said that we should go check at the 1999 Constitution on that. I want to actually read out Mahmoud's response to that particular reaction or statement. He said, check the Constitution first. INEC is urging Nigerians amidst the alleged declaration from the presidency for him to proceed on leave. So let me take that out. For example, he's actually disclosing that since his appointment in 2015, he's been in charge, and that he's meant to actually be done by November this year. But based on Mahmoud Yakub's response, he says that Nigerians should go to the 1999 Constitution. The Chief Press Secretary, Rotimi Oyekomi, urged Nigerians to consult the Constitution, noting that Section 154, subsection 1, outlines the appointment process, while Section 157, subsection 1, provides safeguards against arbitrary removal of the INEC chairman. Do you understand?
I do. It's there.
It safeguards arbitrary removal, meaning that the president cannot arbitrarily remove the INEC chair until his time is due for him to exit the office. In as much as the president is the one responsible for appointing an INEC chair and other executive members of the institution. So what's your reaction to this?
Esther, those who ride on the back of a tiger always end up in the belly of the tiger. I pray that they should push Yakubu more. They should push him to the wall, let him spill out. Yes. Are you telling me? I have only told you here that Esther, evil does not last forever. It can never be. I pray that they will push him and push him. Maybe he will now open up
to what?
And tell us what he was forced to do in 2023.
Forced to do? Do you think if he was forced to do anything?
Oh my God!
This story we're hearing that they're asking him to proceed on leave would take place.
Leave that thing. You need to hear the offense he committed, that he registered more political parties.
Is it not right by registering political parties? Is that not within his jurisdiction?
Exactly. Apparently, he never wanted both ADC and the ADA to come to light.
ADC is an existing party anyway.
So they never wanted
ADA and other political parties.
Good. They never wanted them to come to light. And that is why they have to trouble them that long. So Yakubu, maybe the man is trying to reinvent himself, and now they have seen him as a sinner. They've seen him as a sinner. You can imagine. He wants to be in the good book of his paymasters, telling us what the man did or did not do. Why would Yakubu be fronting for somebody in Imo State? For what use? He's not contesting election. The man I don't think he have enough money to even bribe him and all that. So why would anybody throw up such a lie against Yakubu? If not that they are looking for their own person to come in. That's the only thing now. I don't believe all this yarn they are throwing about Yakubu. After what he did for them. Esther. Look at these people. I wish they would put this man harder so that he cannot open up.
Don't you think that if he opens up to whatever it is you want him to say, that he will be implicating himself?
In what way?
He would implicate himself because ideally you're not meant to accept any form of bribe or anything.
He's not bribe.
Because you literally deny the people of their rights and deny them of whatever decision that they wanted.
If you were blackmailed or intimidated or threatened, then go.
Blackmailed,
you
simply resign. You don't have to be there.
Listen, or threatened, Esther.
Barrister Darlington, you can resign.
When it has to do your life or the other.
How, Barrister Darlington? Somebody comes to meet you to say, I want you to do this, and you say, honorably, let me resign.
Did you see when this announcement was made, when this result was released? In the dead of the night, when everybody was sleeping. Do you know what happened within that period? Look, let us be fair. Do you think Yakubu did those things with a clear eye? Do you think so? No, tell me. Now that the real result is coming out from even APC members, what are you going to say?
So you said, do I think Mahmoud Yakub did that thing with clear eye? What thing with clear eye?
Well, you have not seen where principalities and powers are working. You have not seen it. Pray you don't, too, seriously.
Okay, I understand how it works actually. When they're having their nocturnal meetings and make decisions.
Pray, when human beings will turn to something you cannot even identify, and they'll be telling you, you wonder, where are you speaking from, my lord? What am I hearing this voice? Where's that, please? Oh my God. You're laughing at it.
He's not Kanayo.
You think that Nollywood is a joke?
He's not Kanayo.
And when I got your head, you will expand it. Your head will expand it. So you want to lose your sanity, Abby? Do that thing I told you. Who are you?
So you think that is what it is? Oh God, this man.
It was after announcing it. He says he will not come back. What will you not say?
So
You don't know. You don't know.
Barrister.
You think this is an ordinary ayah? Don't worry. Until you get into the Yakubu.
Barrister, the truth is this. Does the president have any right to unilaterally, arbitrarily
He doesn't. Let him
remove the annexure
he
for this
doesn't.
time?
Yes, he doesn't. Let him go to court if you have the boss.
So it means that information cannot be true, that the president is compelling him to go and leave.
No. Look, Esther, have they not violated your constitution before? Esther, look at what they did in the River State now. I said the constitution matter here. They don't when they want to carry out some of this. They don't look at the constitution and what it says. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. So don't say the constitution. It doesn't matter. They don't look at it. They don't do what they want. That's the truth.
All right, Barrister Darlington. So something happened today, and let me let you know exactly what happened. Atiku Abubakar, all right, El Rufai, Isa Pantami, and some others, they held an ADC stakeholders meeting in Abuja, but Peter Obi was absent. Lately, we've not been seeing Peter Obi like that along with them. Okay, so they had a meeting alongside Nasir El Rufai, the former Kaduna State governor. Described the meeting as a gathering of Nigerians committed to challenging the oligarchs who promote poverty and insecurity. So the question that arose in the minds of a lot of Nigerians when this information came on board was, who are the oligarchs? Are you not one of the oligarchs? What do you mean by saying that oligarchs who promote poverty and insecurity? For example, Malami was a former Attorney General of the Federation. He was one of the persons who spearheaded the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of the persons who stalled any form of political resolution to ensuring that Nnamdi Kanu remains in DSS custody despite all the pleas before Buhari's tenure expired. So how come Malami is now part of this ADC that intends to supposedly uproot a system that he was once part of? That's not the only thing. He is actually being accused of illegally taking fraudulently monies and a couple of other dealings too that he was illegally part of. That was corruption in its own part. So the question is, how does corruption intend to fight corruption? Whatever it is you're accusing the government of the day is exactly what you are. So what do you have that
women riders can now request women drivers with women preferences? Uber.
At all, that this person do not have a good track record, that you want to differentiate yourself from others, but you are trying to be in connivance of the very same system that you are condemning and campaigning against. So recently we've not really been seeing him along with them. Is it possible that this could be a sign that maybe the coalition talk is just coalition talk floating, but not really in tandem? Because they had meetings and he was not part of it, and the key stakeholders were actually part of the meeting in Abuja. What's your take on that?
Let me say this, and I'm being sincere here.
Okay.
There is no sense under the sun. God said, all have sinned and come short of his glory, and nobody can doubt him. Nobody. If you're expecting to work with sense on this earth, especially when it's work to governance, that means you are not started. It's not possible. It can never happen.
Barrister Darlington?
Yes.
Barrister Darlington?
Yes.
Barrister Darlington?
Yes.
I called you 3 times.
Yes, I answered you 3 times.
You always call me hairstyle.
I've answered you 3 times.
Are you the one saying this?
You didn't hear what I said. I said you cannot. Have I ever changed my mind? I said there's no sense under the sun. That if you're expecting to work with a sense in this earth, it can never happen. Have I changed my mind before? No. Is there any time I told you that you must look for sense to work with it? It's not. Tell me. Is there any time I told you that, Esther? I know this is now, so you cannot deceive me. It's the level of guilt and the level of falsehood in you that matters. There are people that have gone to the extreme, to be fraudulent, to be dubious. But there are people with conscience. You know, the test for humanity is still in them. They will not go to the extreme in turning bad. But there is an element of this in everybody. I mean, badness, if there's any word like that. Nobody is a saint under the sun, Esther. That is a fact. Nobody is a saint. So I don't know. Some politicians should be wary and look at the picture properly. That's what I'm saying. Some politicians, you can never see any sense to work with. It can never happen. It can never happen. Let nobody be deceived here. You can never see any sense to work with. It is the level that matters. Esther, is that not true? It's the level that matters. For example, if you see a murderer and maybe somebody who just fights, who would you want to deal with? You can say, this man who fights every time, maybe I can tame him. But a murderer, he doesn't take any prisoner. If you offend him, he crushes you. If you offend him, you disappears. Can't you see the difference here? There are people that can tolerate political opponents, Esther. Is that not true?
True.
But there are people who cannot. The moment you rear your head to challenge him, the following day, something will happen. And they said they are looking for somebody. Since 3 days ago, he went out, he didn't come back. And the police will be looking for the person till 20 years or so. Why did the Funshaw William disappear? Why did the Bola disappear? Was it a business arrangement that took them away? So what I'm telling you is a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It just doesn't at this point in time make sense that darkness wants to fight darkness, and you think that you'll be the only light that will sanitize the darkness. Remember that Malami was just off this previous administration, barely 2 years, and you're calling the system only that's promoting poverty. I just need to we need to put context to all of this.
Before that, Malam, you said something about somebody who didn't come for a meeting.
Yes.
Good. He stayed away.
Yes.
That's what I'm telling you here.
He's not the only one though. Amechi too wasn't there.
Good. I'm telling you now. Even you see, people, mention any of them that didn't become what they are today on their own without government patronage or without government, money or something. Mention. No, all of them. Malami, you mentioned here. You know what happened? You know what? $2.4 billion. It wasn't. Any MPC said it. Not that somebody is carrying out rumor. Any MPC said that this money is in their hand with the Minister of Finance and that woman. Two of them. Immediately, Buhari came another. They ran away from this administration came in. They ran away. They disappeared. Now they have become good, but they have come back again. Esther, you can see now. I said, mention one of them who didn't cross the path of federal government money or state money. Just cross. I didn't say that they took it to. They passed where the money is, and while they were going, their leg were kicking some of the money towards their home until the money entered their home. And then they now use it to grow political. To champion their political cause and all that. Esther, can you even want to contest for a local council without spending money somewhere?
And you must spend. You must spend.
So where did the money come from?
In fact, as you enter the party, they go tell you, say, this is how much, this is who you have to meet, this is what you have to buy, this is what you have to do.
Oh my God. So you can see, it has become a norm here. If you want to change it, you have to enter the system and say, this thing must stop. This thing must stop. You can't stay outside and stop it. It's not possible. I've been saying it. Nobody wants to listen to me.
All right.
You can't stop it from outside. It's not possible.
So Barrister Darlington, just very recently, Atiku Abubakar has. And yesterday, I'm sure you heard in the news that he was appealing to the Southwesterners, promising them that Hausa Fulani will not dominate his cabinet, seeking for their support and an assistance and for them to believe on his mandate. And I remember asking the question, how do you respect the Southwesterners who are not yet done with their own brother, whose brother still has 4 years? I'm not saying all of them are supporting him, but I mean, if it comes to in terms of preference, you say, okay, they should drop their brother and support you. Now, Atiku is saying that there is no Kola Johnson, that it's the APC that is in causing all this fabrication and lies, that they are trying to do a smear campaign on them, that they don't know anybody of that name, that that's a false personality parading themselves and all that. That news went viral all through yesterday, but he's coming out to debunk it and said it's a thing of concern that they don't know anybody of such a name and that media houses should retract it. So I'm like, are you saying that you didn't know anything about this until it went viral?
Yeah, that's what Esther, look, more will come, as we go into 2026, more propaganda will come. This thing that Israel and his co-travelers are doing, you think it's a joke, Abi? Esther, they will plant news in the social media that will even surprise you. Very soon now, they'll be telling you that somebody have AIDS, that he contracted it to one woman when he traveled abroad. Those things will come up, Esther. And if you are not careful, you believe it. I know that Atiku cannot say such a thing, you understand? That is why he now reverses and says he will not deal with the Yoruba. He will,
no, that his administration will not be dominated by Hausa Fulani.
Something like
yes, that they will be an intricate part of his.
But
government.
even at that was the wrong response.
Really?
Very, very wrong. He doesn't need to go all through that route.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes, haven't seen what the last administration or the one before him did with nepotism. That he want to move away from it. That he's going to be a president of Nigeria. Without favoring any particular.
Okay, you mean in addition to this president?
Yes. That is the only thing I think would have been more polite and more.
So somehow, when you just said.
So when you say you were not going to include the Yorubas and all that, as if you not selected them away, I say no, that is very wrong because they will know that you are joking. Their brother just finished, and if you are told you are going to win 27, and you are not coming to please them, on what ground? Who told you that the Southwest did not benefit from Tinubu's administration? Who told you? You mean after all the largesse they are enjoying, when you now come, you still want them to continue the enjoyment under your watch? They will know that you are lying to them now. You are not even talking of those who have not been enjoying anything. You say you will include them, you will make them for what? That is a very wrong promise. You cannot fulfill it. You can't because somebody will ask, the Yoruba were all over the place under the present administration. How come in your own administration you are now putting all of them again in the same position? You understand? So that is not a very good response. There is no wisdom there. No wisdom.
let me advise Atiku. Let me advise you.
Okay.
No matter what you do, when it comes to politics, the Southwest do not listen to anybody that's not from their own. No. Really? They don't. Go and ask Roosevelt. Go and ask him.
It's not everyone.
I said, go and ask him. The mother is from Omoye. Look at what they're calling him. Look at the name they gave him.
Those are the APC
guys. What? Their leaders, hold on, please.
It's the APC guys. It's not all of them. It's not all of them.
Esther.
Sir?
The fact remains that it happened.
Yes, but not all of them.
So what?
Don't true exposed Yorubas would not talk
about that. What did they do about it? Esther.
They condemned it.
And so what? What happened at the end of the day? They condemned it. Did it stop? Look at the last local government election they did here. Did it stop? Esther, did it stop? They are leaders. Because when small boys are doing things that are untoward, is it not the leader that called them to order? Did you hear any statement from their leader condemning it?
They did, President.
It's
just possible that the Ronus or whatever, their voices are more. And if you try to say any otherwise, they'll bully you.
Leave that thing. Who are the Ronus? Leave that thing. Their leader, like Afenifere and even the Lagos State government, did they come out and issue a statement?
Did you say Lagos State government?
Yes.
How will Lagos State government come out to condemn it?
Of course, it's happening in their state now.
Lagos State government will not come out to condemn it.
Why? No, why? It's happening in their state, under their watch.
Yeah, but they won't come out to condemn it. Because it favors them.
Oh, really?
Yes, but I'm just saying that you don't generalize.
Are you serious?
Say it's APC supporters, not all the Yorubas.
It happened here. We are talking about Lagos here. It happened in Lagos here. Let us talk about what is going on in Lagos here. Why is the government not talking about it, condemning these guys, telling them to stop? You understand that? You saw the protest that happened here. Under the watch of the Lagos State government and the police, there was a counter protest where people were carrying cutlass and gun. And nobody issued a statement condemning it and all that. What does that tell you, Esther? So after you told me, come and tell me tomorrow is the Ronus supporters.
That is supporters of the government.
Oh, so that's how to support the government, Abi?
That's their job. They'll apply anything they have to apply.
Esther, these other people that do not use gun and force and violence, they are not supporters, Abi? You can see what you're saying. No, so the only way to support a government or a party is to make others not to vote, is to beat others with the gun and machete, Abi? Esther, is that how to show your loyalty to your party?
No, sir. What I'm trying to clarify to you here is that there were a couple of them who actually said that was wrong. They spoke out. The supporters are applying any form of mechanism to show their support to the president, which includes intimidation, derogatory comments, and all whatnot. But it's not all of them.
Under the watch of their leaders. Who mobilized them, Esther? Who told them to do what they are doing? Is that not violence? Esther, is that not violence? How many people were arrested? I said police was supervising this in Esther. Who gave them order to do it? Police was supervising this in broad daylight. And you're telling me supporter. So if this other party now bring up such supporters, what will now happen? No, Lagos will not catch fire, Then you start looking for somebody to blame. Meanwhile, you're the one that started it.
Martha Darlington, we will continue to create awareness that as Nigerians, as we are now as Nigerians, we have to work together. We call out bad governance, regardless of who is involved, regardless of if the person is from your tribe or not. We call it out. We make recommendations for good deeds to be done. That's what we're supposed to do. At this stage of our democracy, we're not supposed to allow such sentiments to hold sway and be stage. Otherwise, Nigeria will continue to be polarized. So we cannot actually encourage that. Now, I don't know if
Esther, listen. Let us run this. You see, others have been very tolerant to what APC is doing in Lagos and their supporters. They have been very tolerant, very, very patient, very enduring. Esther, how long do you think this thing will continue before others will wake up and say, no, it can no longer happen? How long? We are saying it now so that the government of Lagos will want these people, run them in. Every election cycle, they will mobilize them. Others will be doing their own thing peacefully and all that. All of a sudden, some people will now be telling you, if you don't vote for us, you're a dead man. If you don't vote for us, go to your state. What kind of thing is that? Is that not what happens at every election cycle, Esther? No, tell me. Is that not what goes on here? These are people that have been very quiet and peaceful. They are stupid. They don't know what to do. The government of Lagos should stop this thing because if this thing can be happening and they keep quiet, that means they are part of it.
Barrister, let's be objective about it.
Of course, they cannot
know that in some states and in some local governments, if you come and you say you want to vote for APC, they'll push you away. Did you see videos of that happening?
Oh, really?
Yes, it happened.
Okay, fine.
During the previous, during the elections in 2023, if you come and they see that you dare voted for APC, they'll push you away. They'll be like, how dare you vote for APC? So it happened only in certain areas. Most areas that had a stronghold of their political parties did the same thing, bullied others who came to supposedly show support for another
whether for or against. It must stop. The Lagos State government.
On all fronts.
Oh, yeah, it's whether for or against. Let the Lagos
not just Lagos State government. In every government, every state. You allow people come out and cast their votes.
Let it Lagos State here.
Why was it start from Lagos State? Is this the FCT?
No, hold on. They say here is the center of excellence. Are you not getting it?
Anywhere is the center of excellence.
No, here is What are you
Anywhere right now can be the center of excellence.
No. You forgot that somebody owns Lagos. Abi?
Nobody owns Lagos.
Oh God Almighty! Yes, you are the one that said it.
Nobody owns Lagos.
Somebody owns Lagos. So
who?
Go. Where do people come for you? Don't complain.
One individual does not own Lagos. Lagos is owned by the Otawori indigenes. They are the owners of the state.
You are mentioning them now.
No, but Barrister is true now. Nobody owns. No one individual can own Lagos. Why?
Okay, you are talking.
When the indigenes are there.
You are talking, Abi. You are talking now.
No, I'm just telling you, Barrister. You cannot say one person owns Lagos. Nobody can own that. Why?
The person is listening to you.
Yes.
He's listening to
one
you.
person doesn't own Lagos.
Okay.
Lagos is owned by the originators, the indigenes.
Okay, fine.
The Awori tribe, the Yorubas. One person cannot own Lagos.
Esther, leave that thing. You are just talking. By the time they will call you now to come and tell her, why would you say to me? Me that is answering the call. Who told you?
Who told you what?
Who told you? Why would you say that? Who told you that somebody does not own here? Is it your father's land?
One person.
By the time they will call you now, I hope you will be able to. So what I'm saying is that
clear that narrative. One person does not own Lagos State. Simple. The indigenes of the state own the state.
Until the narrative will change, Esther, that impression is in the mind of everybody in this Lagos. Take it or leave it. That narrative, somebody that is so powerful that he can forgive a sin. He can forgive the sin of a governor. And you are still talking, Esther. Are you not here when you told somebody that your sins are forgiven? Esther, what is all this that you're telling me this evening?
Jesus Christ also told us to forgive those who have hurt us. He's not emulating the spirit and meekness of Jesus Christ.
He said what? That is if you're a Christian. No?
You can have some emulations of Christians, even if you're not a Christian.
You only forgive a sinner if he has sinned. But how do you forgive somebody who did not even commit any sin? Just because you wanted to do things the proper way. And how
do you know the person was doing things and wanted to do things the
proper way? You don't know
the
history, Abi. You don't know the story. Are you serious? You are still talking, Abi. Anyway, that one is for you. But the rest of the people in this Lagos, they know the Lagos State. The center of excellence should be excellent in politics, in human relations, in rule of law.
Why must it specifically be Lagos
State? I am telling you
all the states of the federation should be excellent in politics, should eschew the spirit of excellence.
Oh God, Esther, something must start from somewhere.
It doesn't have to start from here.
Why did they not?
This is not the FCT. This is not the federal capital. Nothing. It's just another state.
Why is Lagos called the center of excellence?
Barrister Darlington, like I said, any state can be a center of excellence.
No, you cannot be.
It can no longer be attributed to one state.
No. You cannot be excellent. As long as Lagos is concerned, you cannot be excellent.
Barrister Darlington,
yes,
Imo State, Anambra State, Kogi State, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom State. Excellence can be applied in all states.
It's a lie.
So we should say that the right thing to be done should be done across board. It mustn't start from Lagos.
You must answer your name. As long as you are center of excellence, everything about you must be excellent so that others can copy. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
I don't know what
others can copy. Because it's a state of excellence.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that that term can no longer be attributed to Lagos State anymore. There are other states that are states of excellence.
Oh, so
that state can start by doing that. And Lagos State then emulates.
You have forgotten that we came for lectures here. And when he passed out, he went to implement it in River State.
When he passed out?
He passed out, yes.
Or he graduated?
He graduated, yes. He passed out. He graduated. Oh, yeah, talk. Where did he learn what he... Where did he learn it?
Barrister, you're making me laugh unladylike. I'm snorting on air.
No, then I'm lying now. Where did he come for lectures?
Let's take
that is the excellence we are talking about.
We have advice to run. You're currently listening to the Evening Rush right here, Voice of the People.
A very excellent performance.
To take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 01.
Tata, he has been commenting on some actual topics that we'll be discussing here. I'm going to be opening the phone lines on time because we have live appearances so that we can take more of your calls and read a couple of your messages. Barrister Darlington, before I open the phone lines, right? Solomon Dalong, former sports minister, has said that what exactly is happening to the names of terrorist sponsors why have they not been released? The United Arab Emirates submitted names to the Buhari government, and since then, we do not know who we saw a particular story that the Nigerian Secret Service or the DSS or the Nigerian military, they saw through their radar Boko Haram approaching a military outpost. The whole thing is on social media. The video actually is there. People were asking questions, how did that thing leak? How did it come out? But that they did not alert the base of the presence of Boko Haram. That's a very top, secret intelligence. So a lot of persons are attributing the fact that there is a serious connivance with the unscrupulous activities of these demonic agents of darkness. That they raided people's homes, put people into ransom, into despair, and it now feels that the government of the day cannot handle them. Whereby we saw them with weapons coming for peace negotiation meetings, telling the government and ordering them that they cannot do anything to them. That if they do, more of their people will emerge. And they left the meeting with their weapons. What are we dealing with here?
Esther. This is not the first, second. In fact, it may not even be the last time we are going to talk about this.
Okay.
The truth is that there is something the federal government is not telling us.
Okay.
But the bad news is that this thing is demarketing Nigeria. Esther, you went to the UN to campaign for a permanent seat. For the Security Council. Meanwhile, the whole world have seen what you are doing here with terrorists.
No, but they're even saying that they prioritize Palestine at the UN, and Nigerians are battling with insecurity.
I am coming. This particular list that they refuse to open or even prosecute. Please, mention any world leader that will hear or see something, and they will say, okay, come and join the Security Council. Look at the word, Security Council. Meanwhile, you are not secured in your own country. You now want to join the Security Council, Esther. Can't you see how we just turn things upside down here? You are telling us you want to be a Security Council member. On what ground? Are you secured yourself? You cannot. So at times there are some demands you make. Even Satan will be angry with you. You don't do such things now. The people will just be, you are making a mockery of Nigeria. Look at what is going on here. And you want to be a member of this. On what ground? What do you have? Ordinary rascals that are troubling you for 15 years now.
You know that in Patigi local government area, Kwara State, terrorists went there, ransacked the community. They killed a pregnant woman, attacked the villagers. They were all running away. And the vice president, representing the president in Nigeria, went to the UN asking that for Palestine to be recognized. And we're having serious insecurity in this country that I thought that would be the priority, to see how we can synergize. They can help or assist for us to route out these elements, provide whatever weaponry or support or whatever. So, because I was asking Mr. Dele Fanimo, which he actually spoke off air. This was off air though, but I asked him, I said, why can't the president be affirmative on this? Just like how the president was affirmative when it came to the removal of fuel subsidy. What is it? What is the fear? The presidency says he's not afraid. He's the one in charge of his cabinet. But you cannot give a decisive mandate that we're giving you security agents 3-4 months to clear these guys out. Barrister Darlington, have you gone to the budget? Do you know how much money is given to the Ministry of Defense?
Over 9 trillion in this budget.
Do you know how much is given to the Ministry of Defense, the Nigerian military, to fight these individuals? This is our taxpayers' money, and people are dying on a daily by these guys. People can't go to their farms because of these guys. And I'm wondering why, because that was one thing that a lot of persons were certain the president would do. They felt he would not kowtow like late Muhammadu Buhari did. So why is that firmness not there? It's a very serious question. What is the fear? Is this all about politics?
Esther, as far as this government is concerned, you see APC, they have not told us the covenant they have with these guys, because this thing escalated under their watch. Seriously. It has escalated under their watch. More terrorist groups are coming into Nigeria under APC. And you are still talking and asking questions. The way they were being pampered, it is never unheard of in the history of this country.
Shetima focused his plight on Palestinians being recognized during his address, ignoring Nigeria's deepening insecurity and worsening economic hardship. Are you for real? You had an opportunity to be in such a place. You were advocating for another person to be recognized.
You know why? The international community know better. If you were to go through that route, they will mock him there.
If you go through which route?
If you go through the route of mentioning insecurity in Nigeria.
Barrister Darlington, the entire Sahel seems to be under siege by these individuals. You could talk about the Sahel region being ravaged by these individuals and that you need their assistance. The Chief of Defense Staff said it, that the influx of insecurity in Nigeria right now is because of the hostility in the Sahel region.
Esther,
and it's pressuring the Nigerian border.
Are you the only country in West Africa? Please, are you the only country? You know you have 16 countries in West Africa.
What are you saying then?
So why only you? Are you not the one to open your door for them? Please, let us not go there. Are you the only country in West Africa? Mention any other one that have it this bad with insecurity. Mention one. So what are you not saying? You brought them here, and that reason will come out very soon. Are you telling me? Thank God, all the things they did without thinking that it will be covered for, it's not possible. Esther, it's not possible. Maybe the real result of the election of 2020 has come out now. More things will be reviewed.
Who said it's the real result?
I said more things will be reviewed because I didn't hear anybody from the president challenging it. Because if they do, the man will spill more. You know, El-Rufai said he's going to talk more. I hope you had him.
He will speak.
He will tell us what they did to Yakubu Mahmoud that made him to read that result in the dead of the night. Do you think the man was awake when he was reading that thing? He must have been talking in his sleep. And after he finished reading, he now woke up and discovered that he had committed blunder.
Okay, so let's take a listen to this and then we'll open the phone lines, okay?
The minister himself had lied on TV that he didn't have any properties in the US. That the only property he had was the property that was donated to his wife by the wife's father or mother. I don't know which work they did or they were doing. But in investigating further, we found out there were 4 properties in the name of a wife that were then donated. Listen to this. They then donated the properties that were millions at $10 per property to their children. So you buy a property for $2 million, you then give it to your children at $10. One of them was given at $100. So that was where they were caught. And we know that Nigerian system is too weak
I'm telling you.
to deal with those things.
I'm telling you.
But honestly, the little I know about law, the territorial jurisdiction for that crime is Florida. Yes, yes, it's in Florida, and we are briefing the Attorney General of Florida to ensure that the investigation commences immediately to unravel how the monies got to the U.S. to buy those properties. There are millions of dollars at the time that the people of Rivers, where the minister formerly used to be governor, couldn't even afford clean water, good schools, and hospitals. So, Florida will get back to us. We also intend on pursuing the Nigerian side of things. We're still working on those things. So, but we want to thank Nigerians in the large numbers who have provided information. This is the first time that we crowdsource on finding information on a crime committed on Nigeria. People were sending information. We found hotels in Rivers, multi-billion naira hotels, hospitals, houses, lands in Abuja. There was a land in which we heard that he paid $8 billion and $8 billion naira in cash to buy a piece of land in the River State, River State. So all these things are not going to go, even if the president of Nigeria refuses, or the EFCC that has an eagle that has now tied his eyes. If they cannot do anything, the people of Nigeria will do something about this. Because it's our resources that were stolen. So who is laid on Nigeria? When we want to talk about serious things, don't mention people whose names I don't know. You understand? Even though they are Nigerian citizens, I'm more focused on people who are involved directly. Not, I don't like distractions when we have serious matters of this. This is an international matter. Yeah. Okay. You don't understand where the question came from. Do you know what it means to have taken on some of the most dangerous political struggles in the last 35 years? Is that not experience? For someone to look at the military in the eyes, military generals, and say, you must quit power, and we force them out of power. We're not talking about military generals who have never fought wars. I fought people who fought in the Biafran War. Abacha, Babangida. Yes, Ekumo generals. I fought against Buhari in this country until he died. I'm not attributing his death to myself, but I'm just saying that when he was alive and the president of Nigeria, I fought against him. So, where is the lower level I need to go again? You know, which level is higher? When you have the big struggles, you say, go and do it somewhere. You don't ask me to go back to local government. It's like putting a nuclear bomb inside the well. Sorry, are you saying you are contesting? Are you declaring that you're contesting? It's not about, I have always told you that my participation in the political space in Nigeria has nothing to do with election calendars. Those ones are Rufai and Atiku and the rest of them. They're the ones who come every 4 years from Dubai or wherever they're hiding. I fight every day. You guys, I'm trying to court every day. This is my second case. Court appearance today. The first one was my own. The second one is to ensure that some police officers who used to beat me up, they are on trial. We want to go my trial. We came here today at the FCT. Bernard Igwe, who was the one who was beating people up and shooting people during bad governance. He's retired. He's supposed to be Simon Law, who used to charge people and send like almost an entire village to prison or a city on trumped up charges. He's facing charges today, but because we are people of justice, we want to make sure that they get fair hearing. That's why we came here today. So we are looking at the coalition of the oppressed. The coalition you are talking about are the people who put Nigeria where it is today. If Nigerians want to continue with this coalition of thieves, it's their choice. That's democracy. But I cannot, in good conscience, go and join the coalition of people who were the ones who killed 300 Shiites and buried them alive in Zaria. The Buhari people, the Attorney General to Buhari is in that coalition. What's his name? Malami. Rufai, who was helping to kill Southern Kaduna people, who was the one who dug the mass graves in which the Shiites were buried. You want me in a coalition with them? Are we serious in this country anymore? So,
Barrister Dante, what's your take on that?
Look, I appreciate what you have done this time around with Wike. Are you getting me? But I expect him to go further. There are many more Wikes out there.
Who are the other Wikes?
I said many more people in this government.
This one attacked him, so he decided to...
That's what I'm saying. Let him go. You can find out more things. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's not that, Wike is not the only
person
in this administration, or you understand what I'm saying? If he can begin to write to US, UK, and all that, stolen money and stolen property, why not? Let him champion that cause. It will help us. Even the people at the highest level of governance, all the things they have done, both in Lagos or anywhere, let him unearth them. Let him write to, it will help us to clean up the society. Is that not true?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want a selective whatever. By the time you start doing like that, we now know that yes, there is no bias or no selectivity. That is where this thing will now hold water. That's the truth. Because without the expose, Wike is still in office, Esther.
True.
What does that tell you? Without the expose, that's even why he should be angry and go after all of them, since he have the media resources to do that. Abi? Let him go after all of them. And let us know who is actually the black sheep of Nigeria. It's important. Because if you go deeper, you discover that what Wike just took is pickpocket. Compared with what he's going to find out. All the billions and trillions of naira and dollar that is stashed outside here. By people who are well known to everybody. Why is nobody talking about them? Let him go all out. Are you get what I'm saying? It will help us. This time around, I won't say he has done anything wrong. What he did is proper. At least it's not biased. But it cannot be outside a certain region or outside a certain ethnic group. Let us bring all of them together and know those who have stolen more than the other people.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get your reaction. The number to call is 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello, good evening. Please speak up. What's your name? Hello?
Hello?
Okay, 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. Hello, good evening. Turn the volume of your radio, please. Please. Hello? Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Okay, I'm grateful. Thank you, Esther. I'm grateful.
How are you?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful to meet you.
Thank
you. I always don't like to meet your program every day now.
Sorry,
God will reward you.
Amen.
I'm grateful. Either UK or no UK, Atiku, I pray one day we have government like running together. All of them will be destroyed. That is the solution of Nigeria. No talk among them. All of them are the same thing.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. All right. I love that. Simple and direct. 080-3692-9933. All right. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello. Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Good evening, Ellington.
Yes, my brother.
My name is Lidi.
Dede.
Livinus.
Okay.
I actually appreciate Barrister Darlington. I agree with his submission this evening. I want to make my submission on what transpired today about the demonstration that took place.
All right.
Within Trade Fair.
Okay. Do you have a shop there?
Well, I didn't have. I actually had a stake there.
Okay.
But what happened? I was fast. Embarrassed by the submission of one young man who said
yes.
People like crazy.
No,
the guy did not really support my part. The property question is owned by federal government.
Okay.
And we know that Lagos State, the property is in the jurisdiction of Lagos State government.
Yes.
But the property belongs to federal government. What transpired, I can say there's a bit of communication between Lagos State government and federal government. The people had the documents, the property was
This is a voter alert. The League of Women Voters has admonished the No on 50 campaign for lying about their endorsement. Get the facts. 50 protects independent redistricting and gives the people, not Trump, the power. Yes on 50.
The communication between the Lagos State government and the government. Yes, because if there's anything that happens there, the Lagos State government only first on to speak to the federal government and find out what happened. Why is it that those things were built there under the what? Close to Canal. And if the amendment, it is amicably, not to just come and begin to demolish without notice and all that like that. So this issue of the house money is not that's not the issue. So what my sanitary has said is the right thing, and I'm also taking that the return.
All right, thank you very much.
I'm sure if this property were owned by certain set of people, they will not happy that way.
I'm telling you.
So that's exactly what that's my submission and my take on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this this clarification. Please, if any of you actually own a property in that trade fair, you can call in and actually give us details of what happened. Somebody called, sent a message earlier, and then sent a voice note, and then I was able to reach out to the person, and he gave a different narrative by saying something else, that certain persons went behind to purchase the money and all that is out of greed and all. So please, you can actually call in, like this person did, and tell us precisely what you know is the problem, and let's have a clear understanding of what happened. Hello. All right, thank you very much. 08036929933. That is the number. 08036929933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. Hello, good evening. How are you? Welcome, sir. Please, what's your name? Samuel from Egbeda. All right, Samuel, please go ahead. Okay.
There are two things there's two questions I need to ask. First of all, we're talking about the 2027 election.
Okay.
My question now is that, who are the appointer of the INEC chairman? Who appointed the INEC chairman? That is first. The committee chair, who appointed?
The president is the one that appoints the INEC chair.
The president. That means that there is a problem. You say the president to say that will be different. There will be serious problem because if you want to appoint them, they will dance to the school. That's number one. Number two, please now, can I have the barrister? How many brothers do you have in Nigeria?
How many brothers?
How many brothers?
Border.
Yeah, yes.
What do you want to do with border?
No,
I'm saying that because of Nigeria, we are not after this border because this border are leaking. Whereby all those foreigners will start being and into Nigeria. If you are only looking at last year, I was still at 24 border entering Nigeria. How many of these borders are being looked after? Where all the border is where they brought in all these weapons to fight against Nigeria. That's number two. Number three is that who is going whoever is listening. I don't know. Now, is most country telling Nigeria is the one that is negotiating between the president and federal government. Is that right? I confirm every time that the same is the one negotiating between the president and federal government. Who is security?
Hello, sir. Who do you say is negotiating with who?
With
are you talking of Alimadi Sharif or Sheikh Gumi? Which one? Okay.
My conclusion, we don't have one Nigeria. We don't have one Nigeria. The best thing is go to the reserve to Nigeria we want. Every part of the nation go to their own. Let me know who is kind and who is fair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, at this point in time, we cannot disintegrate. We've been together for so long. We cannot be asking for that now.
Let me even address the issue he raised. We have borders in Nigeria, just like every other country. Unfortunately, all our borders
are porous.
Not just porous. We are bordered by countries.
Okay.
Especially from the northern hemisphere. Every border has a country bordering Nigeria and that country.
Cameroon, borders
all
us.
of them.
Niger, borders us. Mali, borders us.
Esther, we can man those borders and stop these people from coming in here. If religious and ethnic sentiment will be removed from the equation. Take for example, when Buhari closed all the border, what happened?
People were still bringing things.
He opened it and said that anybody that has $200 is free to enter Nigeria through our border and he will be given visa at the point of entry. We now say, which one is all this one now? I remember I analyzed this in another platform when this thing came up. I said, what will anybody come to do with $200? What? This is an internet for recruiting.
Leave basic behind with Floor & Decor's new Hydro Shield Plus styles. Our waterproof laminate offers the durability you need in the wood look styles you love. Starting at $149, shop in store or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
All right, sir, please go ahead.
We are not suffering from religious bigotry. We are not one in religion, so it can never work. So the issue that until they do not allow to change their heart, repent, it is them that bring Nigeria to this refuge.
Okay.
For more than 50, how many years of independence they are ruling? You never remember anybody. So they are doing concentrate in Nigeria.
All right.
Good, that's not the issue now. 2027 election. The man that said that president should appoint the INEC is a fraudulent man.
The man that said president should appoint INEC.
Any man that says that
It's a constitution. Sir, please listen. It is in the constitution. Don't be calling anybody to insult and exuding some sense of ignorance. It is the constitution, sir.
I said that is involved. She will gather and then make.
Please, there is no man. The president is the one that appoints the INEC chair. Please, we try to educate ourselves here. Let's imbibe that education, okay? So what you will ask is for that aspect of the constitution to be reviewed. That's it. It's not a man. That aspect of the constitution needs to be reviewed. All right. Okay. Your calls that are coming in on WhatsApp, I don't know what's going on. The network, it rings and then, it goes turns on. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Welcome. Remy, how are you?
Yes.
Why did I call in on WhatsApp?
And you have to do the good invite me.
All right,
I don't invite it. Good evening, Barrister. I came for you tonight.
He said he came for you.
Yes. You and Esther.
Me and him.
Let me start from me first.
Go ahead.
You generalized by saying
okay, you're the best.
Yes. They don't listen to anybody except people from their group, from the SPAP group. So that was wrong of you to say, sir.
I know. In the minority, they are in the minority because if they are in the majority, it will not happen. It will not happen.
If you had said that, because people like Fadi Banjo to be till his last breath, same as Daphne Ferry.
Exactly, I know.
Daphne Ferry happened to be the only ethnic group that identified with Tobi. Even Kohanisi never did. They never came out.
You're right.
Under Banjo.
Yes. They are the major group, not the fast one they went to bring from somewhere else.
Banjo is no longer around, so we don't know whether his group exists again.
They happen to be the only one that stood with him prior to 2023 election.
Yes.
Damning all consequence.
I know.
What they did to Revival, they did to Abaji. So it's not something new. So it's not an ethnic thing. We know those people doing it. We know them.
But it happened in the Center of Excellence, so let me.
Of course. We know them. There's been one reason I was making reference to Abaji. They did it to Abaji, so how much more Revival? How much more him? So it is not an ethnic thing. It is a set of people. We know them. So let us call them by their name instead of generalizing. The only state that protested after the 2023 election was Ekiti State. That who they pronounced as the winner wasn't the winner. From the southwest, so for you to know that Yorubas don't listen to your people from their side. Oyo State as well too. People protested too when they declared this person as the winner. So these are people from this region. So it is not an ethnic thing.
All right, thank you.
That's by the way.
Thank you.
So Esther.
Hello, Remy. Well done, sir. Wait, Koboko, where they break shop? They break shop.
I want to ask you a question. What is 400 terrorists going to Mali? Are you hearing me? October 2022 campaign. I think we say, will you vote for the man? Will you vote for the man? Now you want to become president. Are you hearing me? I support everything here to talk about that coalition. And in everybody, because they are killing South Africa and they say something about the voting banks. Please allow police, allow judicial, allow INEC, and don't allow the report the United States. Don't hold this apart the block. In another conclusion, Nigerian soldiers are now doing what they call program, technical and technical ethnic closing of the crowd, so that the Fulani will enter because Fulani say even
please, I cannot allow you to be saying this on air because I beg, what is here? Please, you should be careful when you call and say certain things. I beg, don't drive that kind of narrative, Biko. In the name of God, God bless you. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? Hello? Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello, calling from the country.
Obina, good evening. How are you?
Fine, ma. Allow my brother to talk.
Because you cannot be saying some kind of things now. Things are very sensitive. Please.
No, I'm not going that way. About that, some people individual whole Lagos. The way that some people behave, we behave like it's true. So while we talking people, the claiming ownership and that is somebody that for bad of Lagos. It don't make any sense. That's why that is saying what he's saying.
One man owns Lagos. His own Lagos.
So it's not only themselves that they have Lagos. Some other type also are here. So you can go out and do your research. It's not only our people.
Okay.
So some people also should respect each other.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening. You're live. What's your name?
Okay. My name is number one.
Yeah?
I'm not the number one.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want you people are talking. I will forget something for you people. Then, that is the mistake. Everybody loves you. In New York State. But can you people create one program called Solution?
Solution.
Let people come out to yes.
Yeah, we should get the solutions after we're done with the calls. That means you don't listen to the program from the beginning to the end.
Let me tell you something. Why I say this is, if we are talking about solution, now, something can tell me, I'm talking about the...
You don't have all the time, Mo. So please be fast.
Okay. We are talking about solution, about the problem. People are talking about the end of the this one.
All right. Okay.
Let them make all I want to talk.
All right, thank you. Solution. We'll talk about the solution when we're done. 08036929933. That's the number to call. I don't know why the WhatsApp keeps cutting off. Hello, good evening. How are you? Yes, good evening. What's your name? Good evening. I can hear you, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Thomas. I'm calling from Atiku.
Your name is what, sir?
My name is Thomas. I'm calling from Atiku.
All right, okay. Mr. Thomas, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I want to contribute on the land acquisition matter.
Okay, all right, please do.
Yeah. Okay. I think our people, if they want to buy land in Lagos, they must check once there's a survey plan. First thing to do is to know if the survey plan is registered. If it is registered, the score is registered. In the general office, they will find out if government acquisition, if it's government acquisition, there's what they call committed.
Okay.
When it is committed, it means that anytime, any day, anywhere to come, if it's government committed, there's a project that is really started on that particular land. So nobody should try it. But if it's government acquisition, government can acquire land and allocate to individuals for building. There's nothing wrong in that.
Okay.
But what it is that place becomes a leasehold, not a freehold anymore.
All right.
So we should find out, we should go to people who know about the building space before they build.
It's like lawyers, right? Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. That's very beautiful. Thank you. Let me take a few messages, all right? I will take a few messages and then we'll continue with the calls. We'll have a live appearance this evening. Esther, good evening. This is Ugonna. Okay, Ugonna, thank you very much. How do you mean behaving to callers, Mr.? Are you a miss or Mr.? I don't understand what you mean by that, please. Esther, WhatsApp is, seriously, it's cutting off. So I don't know if it's your internet or my internet, or maybe because several persons keep calling. Once your call rings and I try to pick it, it cuts off. I try to pick it, it cuts off. So I'm not deliberately doing that. I can't just cut off your call for no reason when you haven't said anything. Good evening, S. Ambassador. I'm not surprised about the INEC chairman that has been told to proceed on compulsory leave. That is good for him. Tinubu, the master strategist, will use you and dump you. Mark Yakubu, so you're quoting law, Abi. Please, whom are you quoting the law for? Is it the man Tinubu that have handcuffed the judiciary, the security agencies, the Obas, the GOs of churches, National Assembly? In fact, every sector has been captured. Mayor from Ikontwegwe. All right, Mayor. Well done. Good evening, Esther. Good evening. Thank you very much. Esther and prolific analyst, Right Honorable Barrister Darlington. Has this year's Independence Day been postponed? Mr. Lawal Kundari had earlier posited that it is not going to be celebrated, but a remembrance. I agree 100% plus 10% that there is no celebration on this year's Independence Day. Back in the days, 2 months of October 1st will be ecstatic and electrifying amongst the students. Such is not the case now, when that day is hardly remembered. I thought whatever reason Ibas went to Tinubu, just hoping that it has to do with dropping his report of stewardship to the president that handed him the task as his retirement benefit. Emergency rule is a period of anomy, so calling Ibas for accountability is uncalled for. Tony Aneli from Ijagema. All right, Tony, well done. Good evening, my lady and Erida Barrister Darlington. My lady, I've been asking for your okay. Please send it here on WhatsApp. The true solution to Nigeria now is to allow. All right, Esther, good evening. I like the way the barrister speaks against the corrupt elite, but I've noticed that whenever anyone speaks against the corrupt elites in ADC, they are not always comfortable. Is it that the barrister is more comfortable with some corrupt people than other corrupt people? Olumba. Okay, Olumba. Good evening, Esther. I just remember something. Do you know that up till now, the Super Falcons haven't sent the money they were promised by the government? Let's see the edit. Wow, is that true? What? Governor Amunike, this is Governor Amunike in charge. Good evening, S. Ambassador. And first of all, that Chima that called is a saboteur. He's saying rubbish. Yeah. This buildings got verified by the state and the government gave them building permits. That Chima is a paid agent of the APC. Yeah. He is so short-sighted to call all Igbos greedy. What has greedy got to do here? The land is sold by their appropriate quarters and my people bought the land, got permits to build, and now these buildings are being demolished despite the approval from the state. The truth is plain. Persecute the Igbos. Use the Mumuchima to make it look like Igbos are at fault. No matter how long it takes, our freedom will come. Then those oppressors will be crying and wishing wishing that such a day never happened. Esther, tell yourself the truth. Tribalism can never die as long as Nigeria continues to exist. Power was programmed to be shared between the North and the West. Did you not listen to the leaked audio between Governor Wenga and Governor Shitima a few years ago? Don Joe from Ijesha. All right, Don Joe. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. Esther, speaking about our borders, are you aware that the presidency recently approved lifetime largesse for the Office of the Comptroller of Customs, as well as some individuals contrary to standard civil service procedures? Have we ever sat down to ask ourselves why that is? Architect Olalikon in Ijaye. Esther, good evening. Here is the proposal you asked me to send here. All right, thank you very much. This is amazing. Let me forward it to myself. All right, thank you very much for this. I would look into it afterwards, okay? Thank you. Okay, fine. More messages. Esther, I have tried calling your line. Good evening and wonderful barrister. Esther, weekend matter time, you know, be small. I know this wicked leaders will be voted out. How I wish you were work with Peter Obi. My fear is that tax of 2026, even if you sleep for house, tax will touch you. The way bank the Debbie people these days don't be small. Everything is just annoying these days. My name is Tomise. All right, Tomise, thank you for your message. Esther, I've tried calling your station before 2023 general election. Up to now, no pick up. What did I do? Sorry, before 2023 general election. Wow, woo. This person says, good evening. Mr. Tinubu has been eyeing that particular infrastructure since he was governor of Lagos State. So right now, he's perfecting the process through his house. Ew. Okay, Esther, good evening. As discussed, see my report. Okay, fine. Good evening, Esther. Thanks for the good work God is using you to do. Esther, please kindly help us. For over 6 months now, the transformer service in our area at Poboyejo Estate, Odonla, Odogunyon, Ikorodu was removed on Saturday by people suspected to be PHCN officials. Since then till now, we have been in darkness for all these months. Efforts to lay complaint to Ikaja Electric seems to be deliberately blocked by people behind this nefarious activity. Even the community leaders seem to be complicit in this cover-up. Since this incident happened, NEPA officials have never visited our area again, and yet they are earning their salaries as usual, uninterrupted even when they are losing thousands of revenue daily. Now some community leaders are conniving with some NEPA officials to force the people to contribute money to buy a new transformer for as much as 50 million naira, and each house is to pay 100,000 naira. Already some people are being threatened for not cooperating to buy the transformer. According to practice, this transformer will not only be donated but will be signed away to NEPA, but people will still be required to be paying for electricity bills uninterrupted. Please, does a nation which operates like this still exist in this modern planet? Please let VOP help us fight against this wickedness and intimidation.
You should go, you organize yourself and
protest. You need to protest. You need to get a lawyer. You need to write. Like, that's what people should have done since. This doesn't make sense. All right. Hello. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today. Welcome to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. How are you?
Very well, thank you for having us this evening.
You're welcome.
So good to be here.
Thank you very much. So let's start off with exactly why you're here and what we need to know about.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, my name is Daniel and I'm representing Stream Wealth Mastermind. All right, so what we do at Stream Wealth basically is that we give information.
Okay.
All right, just like you're saying, of course it's obvious at this point in time that one stream of income cannot be enough.
Obviously.
All right, yes, and we tell people that, look, if you own a smartphone and all you do with your smartphone is just to make call or you do WhatsApp, you're utilizing that phone. I like to put it this way. If you own a smartphone and you're not making money with a smartphone, then it's obvious that your phone is smarter than you are. You know, there's a common saying that health is wealth.
Obviously.
But the question is this: how many people are actually taking advantage of the opportunity that is embedded within the health industry as well? So that is why we are here to tell you, look, there's a whole lot you can actually do with your using your smartphone, all right, to create another stream of income for yourself. All right, I mean, we all in Nigeria, we know what's going on. You know, come next year, the government is already warming up. All right, so as they are prepping themselves, what I tell people is this: you can also get yourself prepared by also focusing on creating your own economy.
Pain puts the dying in dynasty, the young in triumphant, the feast in undefeasted. Now, what can I get you, champ? I'll take the box combo.
Today we are putting up a training, and that training is not just about telling you, oh, you should be able to do this, you're able to do that. We want to hold you by the hand and unveil a system, a stream wealth system that can help anybody create another stream of income, where you can be making some extra income for yourself. You know, in today's economy, one stream, like I said, cannot be enough. You need to be able to understand that, look, with one stream, you're limited. All right, so you need to have multiple streams of income, and it's not difficult. Some person will say, oh, I've attended several other trainings and all of that. Nothing really happened. What we are bringing on board is an indigenous company and have been around for over 2 years, and several lives have been transformed. I mean, sometimes they say, can anything good come out of Nigeria? This is one opportunity I can tell you, come and see. So this Saturday, we will be putting up a free training. all right? It's going to be a free training. It's happening this Saturday, 27th of September, all right? And it's a free training. However, it is important for you to reserve your seat because we have limited space available. Considering that this Saturday one is free, I mean, so subsequent times we do pay trainings and people come. But for this Saturday, it's going to be absolutely free. All you need to come with is your smartphone and your notepad and a pen. We will be holding you by the hands and exposing you to a system that is already transforming the life of several Nigerians. And you'll be amazed by the testimonials of people who have attended our training and the value they got in return. Now, for you to reserve your seat, you need to send us a WhatsApp message. Just say yes. That is YES. Just say yes to this phone number 080 2666. That is 2666 3443. Let me call the number one more time. Just send us yes as WhatsApp. All right, please. Let's do WhatsApp, and that's just to make sure you understand that you have a smartphone. Okay. All right. Just send us a WhatsApp message saying yes to 0802 666 3443. Let me call it one more time. Just send us YES. That is yes through WhatsApp to the phone number 0802 666 3443. And you're going to get a feedback from us. The venue and the time. And the time, of course, is 11. And we'll be having that at our Ikeja office. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me tonight. Listen to me, guys. It's not too late. I mean, some people say, oh, 2025 is almost going to an end. I mean, we're already wrapping up September. We're going into October. I mean, imagine at the beginning of the year, you had set goals for yourself. The things you want to achieve. You had your goals for the you aligned to achieve for the year. The question is, how far have you gone? Now, let me tell you this. You cannot do above your knowledge level. What I tell people this time around is that there are a lot of opportunities flying everywhere. So you must be open-minded. You must be open to information. And the information you know that you didn't put to action is a wasted knowledge. So what we're doing on Saturday is that we're going to be showing you how you can apply what you'll be taught on that Saturday training, all right, into practice. And you could literally see yourself creating another stream of income for yourself. This doesn't disturb whatever it is that you're doing. All right, you could be a teacher, you could be a civil servant, you could be a business person, as long as you own a smartphone and you're willing and you're very intentional about your finances, then you need to be at this training. And that's why we're putting up this free training as a way of telling Nigerians that, look, there are other things you can do, all right, with your time. Just what you need is adequate information. What you need is the right information. And that is what we will be bringing to you on Saturday. Like I said, for you to be a part of this training, just send us yes, that is YES. Just say yes to the phone number 0802 666 3443. Let me call it one more time. 0802 666 3443. And just say yes through WhatsApp, and you will get a feedback from us. You will be given your seat reservation code, which is very, very important. And the training is happening this Saturday. The venue and the time will be sent to you. You could ask your questions, and if you're the type that you say, oh, is already engaged, we could arrange an online training for you. For those that probably felt, oh, maybe you're going to be very busy on Saturday, because this is the last training we're having for the month of September. Subsequent training that will be coming up might not be free. So why not take advantage of this? Now, oftentimes I say this, and I'm going to say it tonight. The difference between the rich and the poor is information. What they know and they act on is what gives them leverage. Yes, we are all in Nigeria. Yes, the economy is not smiling. But you know, you and I, you know that in this same economy, there are people that are buying new cars. And that's the truth. There are people that are buying houses legitimately.
Did you say it is free?
Absolutely free. The Saturday training is absolutely free. Okay. And what we're giving, like I said, is value. What we're bringing to the desk on Saturday is value. You don't want to miss out on this. Now listen to this. It's not a coincidence that you're listening to VOP at this point in time. It's not a coincidence. This could just be God's way of answering your prayer. Yes, I'm a believer. I believe so much in prayers. But I also believe that God will not send money from heaven to your laps. God will put you, orchestrate you to be in a place of information, getting access to the right information and acting. So the first thing you need to do now is to get your phone, get down this phone number, send us a yes, all right? And schedule your Saturday to be free to attend the training, all right? If you're a man, maybe you're married, and for some reason you won't be available, encourage your spouse to come. If you have a child that's above 18 years, all right, encourage somebody from your family to be at that training. And the first thing you need to do, like I said, is you need to send us YES, that is yes, through WhatsApp to the phone number 0802 666 try nobody more time, just send us yes through WhatsApp. All right, to the phone number 0802 666 3443. Now, what we're sharing on Saturday is not just about you creating wealth, but you're going to also learn how you can live an healthy lifestyle as well. So this is a situation where you're going to learn how to create wealth as much as you're going to learn how to live healthy. Because like we said, health is wealth. Now, if you jeopardize your health trying to make money, you might end up spending that money to maintain your health at the end of the day. So this is one training you want to miss. And like I said, it's going to be a practical section and on decks. This is not like anything you've attended before. Those that attended our previous last month training, I mean, a lot of testimonials, a lot of feedback we got. And that's why we say, you know what? Let's do something again before September.
Guys, I'm sorry. I should have hey, thank you, Devon. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna end the show now. I think we went way above what I wanted us to get to. So but anyway, this is a good place to stop. I will see you guys later on. I will try to come out later on, but if I am not able to, I will see you guys tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you, Michael, Tracy, Devon, everyone that was able to make it. I appreciate you all. Bye.